with head Hornet Brian Moppet on the Maumelle Sports Network. I'm play-by-play voice Steve Henson, along with color commentator Tyler Chenault. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Doing well.
Tyler, I know it's been a long day for you, but welcome to the show.
Every day's a long day. You just got to live through it, man.
No doubt. Somebody asked me, when do you sleep? I said, I don't know. When I find a couple hours here or there. So,
Amen.
Yes, sir. But all right, Coach, 2-0 in conference play, 3 wins in a row. Just give us your thoughts on this 3-game stretch this team's on.
Yeah, feel really good about where we're at. Right now we're at the top of the conference. We're the only team in the conference who's beat anybody that's won. So that's a good feeling. The 2 teams that we've beaten won their other game, not against Maumelle. The teams of Searcy and Robinson have beaten to this point hadn't beaten anybody. So feel good about that. Feel good about, being battle tested and in a good place health-wise. Friday night was fun. Had a lot of fun. Guys made plays. Thought we flew around. Continuity was at an all-time high. Just player, camaraderie, and that's what it's all about. My brother is actually volunteering and helping us out this year, and he walked off the field with me Friday, and he had big smiles. I was like, those are the games that you do it for, man. That's fun, And he was like, man, it's just so fun to see the boys ball out on a Friday night. And so that's really, man, we put in so much work. It's a year-round deal, and so to get to see the boys fly around and make some plays and have fun on a Friday night is an awesome feeling.
All right, so let's talk about that game. Specifically, I want to talk about your defense, how they looked against Pine Bluff. We know they're young. We know they're talented. They got a quarterback that can throw it, some of those good receivers on the outside, but defense really showed out Friday night. Specifically, Jordan Harris kind of had a coming-out party, if you will. Total 5 sacks. And he was just disruptive altogether, just an impressive performance from that unit that only had 4 defensive linemen that we talked about available for that game.
For sure. Man, yeah, I was really proud of that group, man. The growth that the D-line has shown week in and week out. He had 4 sacks against Sylvan Hills, but, man, a lot of that was raw ability and just cutting his teeth. And he grew up a lot during the Parkview game. We learned to spill pullers and fit the run, and I thought we were starting to put it together against Bologna and BB. I talked to an SEC coach this week, and he was like, Coach, in 5 weeks, he's already shown us everything that we'd look for on a tape. And I was like, that's because that's the positions we put him in. And he's doing a really good job. Patrick Ward's done a great job of coming along. And I can't say enough about, London McEwen and Jalen Harris and the effort they're putting in to be an every down guy on both sides of the ball. That's really big time. Flirted with some 3-down stuff, put some Davey and Jordan in some, interesting positions to help him showcase some of his abilities. But that's what you got to do as a coach. We got to be creative. We got to step out of our comfort zone to put the kids in the best position they can. Felt really good about our scheme. Really proud of the defensive staff and the way that they, came together and put a great plan together, and we were able to execute it.
Yeah, I want to piggyback a little bit on that and transition to the offense some, but you talk about Jalen and London and the job that they did, but, you talk about how impressive that was, the number of snaps they played on both sides of the ball, on top of the fact that London and Jalen were having to deal with probably one of the better defensive interior guys you guys have had to see this season. And so I thought that was an impressive job by those guys just to battle. You saw it at the end. I think it was Jalen and London both just kind of fell on their backs on the turf in exhaustion there when that final whistle blew.
For sure. I didn't shy from it. All week in practice, I challenged them. I say, guys, it is what it is. Like, we've got who we've got, and we can take excuses and we can blame this or blame that, but we can't drop this game. And we're going to have to go to the dance with the girl we got. And if she ain't the prom queen, she ain't the prom queen. And so I told the guys, like, if you're out there because I trust you and because I know you're going to do a great job, and I'm going to leave you out there as long as I can. And so we got as creative as we could to, kind of manipulate depth. But, man, just really proud of those guys, man. We did not shy away from it. We told them the kind of night it would be. It was that kind of night, and they rose to the occasion. Really proud of them.
Real quick, another unit I want to talk about, the secondary. I know when we left a team camp at Robinson over the summer, I think I had mentioned to you, I said, man, Levi looks good. I said, secondary looks like it might have some issues or need a little work. And you were quick to point out that you were missing some guys for that team camp. But we saw some of that. Obviously Sylvan Eels puts a lot of pressure on your secondary. Parkview tries to as well. They want to use the run game. But we saw some of that in those games. We saw some guys kind of, maybe getting frustrated in moments. Whereas in this ball game, I thought our secondary, played really well. Not only did they have some great coverage, some lockdown plays, but even there was a moment, I think Caden had really good coverage on a guy, was able to outleap him, make a catch, but then Mayweather comes up from behind, punches it out, turns into a turnover. I thought the secondary played really, really well in this ball game too.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Page, Coach Williams, Coach Jordan, they do a really, really good job. They've been working really hard. We've got a really good mixture of some upperclassmen and some underclassmen in that group. Everybody kind of brings their different flavor and tools to the table. Guys like Chad Mayweather and Jaden Baker has really been a big shot in the arms of that unit. And but man, Coach Williams, Coach Page, Coach Jordan, they're doing a great job. And they're coaching those guys up, and we're just getting better and better. Corner, it's a very accountable position. Can't really run from the accountability there, and Coach Page holds those guys to a high standard. And we're gonna keep rolling guys and try to create that next play mentality, even if they can't understand that themselves. So yeah, a lot of growth in those areas. Really proud of those units, proud of those coaches.
So offensively, I thought Coach Bertram did a great job, kind of taking what Pine Bluff was going to give us. When we've kind of talked the running game to death this year, but you could tell you guys were trying to set that up at times, and again, give credit to Pine Bluff, that defensive line, and how well that they were able to play and kind of keep you guys off balance a little bit. I thought Levi just did a great job moving the ball down the field, helped Jackson Hampton, made a couple of really impressive catches, had a nice screen ball that just got through the hands and then in his hands, and he took it to the house on a great play. So, I thought offensively this was one of those grow-up games where we've seen what Levi can do, but this was a game where maybe the running game just wasn't going to get untracked, just by circumstance, and Levi really, really had a great night.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't ever want to be one-sided, but it's nice to know that if we've got some guys out and they've got some dudes and we can't do some of the things that we want to do, that doesn't mean we're just up against it. I thought Jackson Hampton played his best game as a Maumelle Hornet. He did kind of everything at all three levels. He was great in the screen game. He was great in the deep game. He was great in the intermediate. He was great after the catch. He did a really, really good job. He was highly motivated. Obviously with CJ out, he knew he had to step up. But also, Tulsa's coach came out in spring ball and was kind of recruiting him and number 2 from Pine Bluff. And so Jackson kind of took that personally and wore that, and he wanted to put on a show, and he sure did. And big props to Levi for having trust in his guys and putting balls in places where only he can get them and allowing them to make great plays. So really proud of that unit, proud of Coach Bertram, Coach Kennedy, Coach KJ, and those guys coming up with schemes that put our kids in advantageous positions.
All right, let's move on to week 6. Obviously, leaving Hornet Stadium, headed down to Watson Chapel. Watson Chapel comes in losers of 11 of the last 12. They've lost the last 3 games by an average of 48 points a game. I know that guys, obviously kids pay attention to social media, all the different stuff, the rankings that get out. We've been playing much better football over the last 3 weeks for sure. You're starting to see this team take shape, but what's the message to the team to make sure they don't overlook a team like Watson Chapel, who's obviously struggled over the last several years?
It's going to sound like coach speech, I promise you, but they do not look like a 55-0 every week team. There are some things that they're doing that are good, but I think for the most part, and this is good for me as a coach because this is something you can't scheme or expect. Sometimes when things are going bad for a team or a program, you just inevitably shoot your foot and the sky is falling at some point. And that's kind of what happened in all of these games. There's just a situation where you get a punt block, you give up a return, you throw an interception, you just do something that kind of just tips it, and then it gets out of hand before you know it. But when you're just charting plays, when you're just watching it rep for rep, guy for guy, skill for skill, they don't look that bad. And, that's a testament to Coach Hurd and what he's building there and the hard work he's putting in. And we respect the crap out of those guys. And so, we went – the last time we played at Watson Chapel, it was one of the most lackluster beginnings to a game that I've ever experienced here, and we were just absolutely sleep. Well, now I will say there's like 7 people in the stadium. They were out of school that day. It was weird vibes, but man, it took forever. I think Elijah had a pick or had a long touchdown run and kind of got us going, and then Karsten Hilliard had a big pick 6, and it got there eventually, but took way too long. And so this week, we want to start out fast. They're a capable team. They can make you pay if you don't come into that stadium with the right mindset. And so our job is, if they're convinced that they're not very good or that they can't win, we have to do everything in our power to affirm that belief and not give them hope.
Yeah, so Steve's already said it. We've kind of beat this question to death, but I think it's probably a question we're going to ask. Steve tells me to ask it every week, so, just so you know. But running back, we're going to see the running game kind of get on track a little bit this week, you think?
Yeah, definitely. A week like this is a good week for us to kind of be selective on the things we want to do and kind of work on the things we want to work on. When you're thin, when you're in the middle of the season and guys are banged up, you can't necessarily get as good on good work as you used to in fall camp and early on in the season. So games are a really good opportunity for us to kind of work on some things, iron out some details, and kind of get some full speed live reps of doing the things that we want to do down the stretch against the teams that we're going to have to beat to, compete for a conference championship and make a playoff run. And so really we're trying to have a forward mindset. Obviously you take it one week at a time, but as a coach, we're put in this position to kind of see the big picture. And so even if it's not communicated to the young men directly, we're trying to have forward thinking and establish the things that we need to establish to accomplish the goals we want to accomplish.
Yeah, for sure. And you hear people always talk about offensive line and how those 5 have to be able to work together. And you've had injuries and stuff where guys haven't been able to work together. So just being able to get on track and have the chance to work together, because if one offensive lineman's not doing the right thing, that running game's a lot more difficult than people think to really be able to run the ball. There's a lot of working pieces going on in there. And then, so you kind of mentioned it, Watson Chapel, they look better on film than they show up. And we've seen it multiple years where they have guys that show up and they're electric. So offensively, anything they're doing that's you really need to make sure you pay attention to this week?
Diverse, I think it's kind of the Jekyll and Hyde of them. I think it's a stressful thing as a defensive coach preparing for them, but I think it's also kind of a lack of an identity thing as a Watson Chapel player. And so nothing really to hang your hat on, but for me, that means that's just 40 formations I got to plan for. So, they're doing some different things. They'll be in empty, and then they'll be in double wing, and they'll be in full house, and they'll be in 3 backs. And, for us, making sure that we're able to play Maumelle defense soundly against every formation that they present us with, keying off. Now, the good thing is, and obviously this airs right before the game, so nobody's going to know, the good thing for us is when you're that diverse, you're limited in the plays that you can run out of each formation. So we try to at least rep that painstakingly all week so that our guys essentially know there are about 3-4 options out of each set that they're in that they could be running, and that allows you to play very fast and physical.
With a week that you're able to kind of focus on what you guys are doing. Obviously, we're worried about the Watson Chapel matchup, but one of the things that I think has come out of these last couple of weeks, and I say this carefully because I don't want to upset any officials around the state, but there's been some flag happy last couple of weeks. I think 35 total penalties in the game in this last game, 24 in the game before that. 35 total thrown against Maumelle in 2 weeks or somewhere in that range. what's the message that you're having with the team right now in terms of just like I don't know that so much of it is penalties, but just to maybe avoid the frustration of letting that start to boil over when that happens.
So the biggest thing officials are, and Tyler, you can speak to this more, are an enigma that if you try to control it, it'll drive you crazy. And so my message, I mean, and I said it during the game on the sideline, like we can obsess over the self-inflicting penalties, the delay of games, the false starts. We hadn't really been jumping off sides on the D-line. Props to the D-line coach, whoever that guy is. But we got to control the ones that we can control. Look, if they call a block in the back or a hold that's questionable, like I'm not going to rack my brain about like, oh my gosh, we're getting jobbed here and this, that. I'm not going to like drive myself crazy on that kind of stuff. But we got to control the ones that we can control. Now, will that get us a number that's reasonable? No, not the way it's been the last couple of weeks. And then to be honest, the other thing that we've addressed is not looking ugly. So like when we have perimeter run game, finish the rep in such a way that it doesn't even raise an eyebrow, because I think there's a lot of times where we just kind of look awkward at the point of contact and you go back and you're like, that's not a hold. That's not a pass interference. It's not, but we look kind of awkward and clunky. Clean that up, give better effort, be working the whole time you're in that ref's line of sight, and then you can follow the play or look awkward, trip over your own feet, do whatever you want at that point. But trying to make sure that it looks as clean and as pretty as possible during the visual emphasis by the officials, but then cleaning up the pre-snap stuff. But that post-snap stuff, man, it'll drive you crazy if you obsess over it. And so we're going to try to look as polished as we can so that we don't, invite flags that I don't think we necessarily should be receiving. But for the most part, I'm just focused on the delay games, the false starts, offsides, too many men in the huddle. We haven't had any of that. But, the things that are on 1,000% on us and functional, like Dylan Moran kicking the ball in the field of play, maybe, which, hey, to his credit, that's a big catch-22 because I'm like, hey, do not kick this thing inside the hash and do not let one of them stallionaires from Pine Bluff crip this thing on us. And he's like, all right. And then the second one was his best one, and it just squirts right past the guy, 4 hops, and then goes out of bounds. And I'm just kind of like, all right, well, now we're really behind the 8 ball because we're in an even worse position. So you definitely can't kick it in the middle. But at some point, we got to get one in bounds. So
he said, Coach, you're giving me a 3-yard window to kick it in. I don't know what you want me to do.
If he'd have came out to the golf course with me on Saturday, he'd have been like, ain't as easy as you make it sound on Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in the woods, huh?
It's a big fairway, Coach.
The fairway's bigger than where I had to kick it on Friday.
Yes, sir.
And the good thing is our friends over at Ackles got a lot of mentions over that little stretch. So yeah,
shout out to Ackles.
Yes, sir. All righty. Hey, that's going to do it for our pregame swarm. I appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks, Coach, and good luck this week, and go Hornets.
Hey, man, go Hornets. Everybody travel safe.
All right, good evening and welcome in as we are live at Watson Chapel Stadium in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, ready for Hornet football here on the Maumelle Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined as usual by my buddy Tyler Chenoff. Tyler, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm pretty good. Got down here to old Pine Bluff for the first of 2 times we got to come down here, Watson Chapel, Whitehall. But hopefully we can go 2-0 against Pine Bluff teams tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's to hoping, and let's just hope that the Hornets have a better day than I've had so far. We won't get too deep into that, but if you've never had a sunroof explode, then you're not living life. So it was an interesting day, to say the least, as I made my way around town. But we have arrived at Watson Chapel. And, a lot of construction going on here. We came in, and you got to come all the way around because they've got all that new building going on the other end. So excited to see how that transpires. And I hope that wasn't our first cricket of the night.
That was the ladybug, or whatever you call them. I don't know if they're called, the ones that swarm everywhere.
Right.
Oh, some beetle something.
But an interesting game here tonight as, again, live at Watson Chapel. But, a team winless on the season. This is a team that has really just struggled year after year and looking to try to turn things around. We talked about it on the pregame swarm with Coach Maupin, and the fact that this team's they've been beaten by roughly 48 points a game over their last 3. And so just one of those games where, from our perspective, or at least from my perspective, I hope to see, and I think we're going to get to see a lot of highlights from the Maumelle side of things.
Yeah, it's one that you would expect to kind of be out of here early. I'm trying to look at looks like they're carrying a jersey here, the captains for Watson Chapel, so I'm not sure what that's about. But it seems like there's something going on.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think they did have a student that passed, and I wonder if that's got anything to do. We'll have to find out. We'll get a clarification on that. But it is senior night as well, so I would assume that whoever they are honoring was a senior.
Yeah, they're carrying a number 3, but then also the guy in the middle is wearing the number 3, so it seems like it's one of those things in honor of type thing.
These 3 on our roster will be Jaden Wilkerson, and so if you're in the comments and do know the situation, we'll question across the press box here in a little bit to find out. But
sure, there's somebody out there that knows.
I got to imagine. So as we await every senior to make their way to midfield, and
no Hornets out here yet, so they're still waiting for Maumelle captains.
Hornet team now 3 straight wins. They've been on a roll since Valonia. And, one of the things is we were talking with Coach Maupin, didn't have time to really be able to bring up. But I feel like when you look across the landscape of the 5A Central, we've talked about this a little bit in terms of who is who this year. You kind of know what Robinson's got. Looks like Cersei's really good. And then there's our Maumelle squad. But then from there down, it's really questionable about just how good these teams are. But I think when you look at the way the schedule lined up for this Maumelle team, when you start with, you get BB and then Pine Bluff last week, and now turn around and get Watson Chapel, you've got a couple of teams that you're not real sure how good they are, but you know that they're usually a predominantly strong team. And then you get this Watson Chapel team here tonight that maybe you can get right a little bit of the things that you've been trying to fix over the last couple of weeks before you really get into the meat of the 5A Central schedule.
Yeah, it's a conference that you think you're probably going to see the biggest fight for that number 4 seed. Obviously, right now it's looking like Robinson definitely is going to be the number 1 unless Cersei or Maumelle can pull what, honestly would be an upset at this point with what we've seen out of Robinson. And then kind of between Cersei and Maumelle like it was last year for that 2 seed, and then just a battle of a few of those teams. But, Pine Bluff and BB looks like maybe it could be a little bit of game. I might edge out Pine Bluff on that one just with some of the dominance they have in the middle. But this is a Watson Chapel team. You don't unfortunately expect a whole lot from you. You hate to see programs that are down for an extended period of time like it has been, and you hope they can get somebody in that's going to kind of build it up and get some kids that'll help bring it back to what it once was, at least be competitive. So hopefully you can continue to see growth for Watson Chapel and maybe see a little bit this week.
Yeah, I know Coach Hurd has really worked hard here. I've had several conversations with him. I hate that I didn't have time to make my way down there in pregame tonight to see Coach Hurd, but I know he's doing a great job with this program and trying to bring it back. and make it a more relevant program. But, we'd be remiss tonight, too, if we just didn't talk about some of the things going on along this 530 corridor over the last week. It's been an interesting week in high school football. It started last Friday night with Mills and the suspension of Coach Cortez Lee. We won't get into specifics. I don't know exactly what the final word is going to be on that situation with Coach Lee. He may be back on the sideline tonight, but a tough loss for them last week against Heber Springs. And then you go into the beginning of this week off of the Pine Bluff Maumelle game last week, and Coach Mike Williams has been relieved of duties currently as there's an investigation into some academics issues and other things amongst the program. And you hate to hear that about a guy like Coach Mike Williams, a guy that I highly respect. I think has done a good job, especially in that situation. His alma mater at Pine Bluff really trying to do what's best for the kids. And so, I hate it for Coach Williams, but if some of the things that are being said are what happened, then you hate to know that that's what was going on within that program.
Yeah, you definitely never want to get into guessing or just saying this guy did that, this guy did that. They're going to run investigations. They're going to do their best to figure out exactly what happened. But just for the time being, both of those guys off that sideline. You said Coach Lee might be back, but it's just one of those things where you'll never really know until everything comes out. Mm-hmm. So just make sure nobody is speculating or coming up with their own answers until we really have the actual answers in front of us.
So Jalen Harris, Jordan Harris, Jacob Henry, and is that an 8? Is that Jackson? Okay, yeah. Jackson Hampton are the captains for the Hornets.
He doesn't look super tall because he's next to Jordan, yes, so it was a little confusing.
I was like, wait, who is that?
Yeah. Any other two people on the team besides those two out there, he looks taller than he does right now.
So you guys probably saw what happened, but in general, in our normal fashion, I think we just completely missed what happened on our coin flip. So we'll let you know as soon as we get lined up for this Eccles kickoff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Do want to say thanks to our friends at Eccles Carpet One Floor at Home, making your own beautiful for less for over 35 years. Located at 10 Maumelle Curve Court, North Little Rock. You can call them 501-214-0495 or visit them at EcklesCarpet1.com.
We were looking at it.
I was.
Like we were watching it. We just didn't pay attention to what the refs did.
I tell you, all the building they're doing. Tyler, does it seem dark on the field still, though, to you?
Yeah, it seemed dark the whole time. I don't know.
It's like the lights are facing up instead of down. I'm not really
There's
sure.
definitely shadows.
Yeah.
And, that's what they say. That you never should see shadows on a football field, really, a basketball court, anything that has the lighting. You shouldn't see many shadows. But, yeah, there's definitely dark spots. Like both the hashes seem a little darker, too, as
Absolutely.
you go through.
Straight through from the 20 to the 20, without a doubt, looks a little bit darker.
And maybe it has something to do with the pellets. I mean, there's some over pelletized areas too as well that might be working that a little bit too.
The 40 is almost just black pellets all completely. So as we look across some of our other games of interest this week, I know we're doing our pick 'em, and I'm going to update the standings on my way home. I didn't have to drive down here since I'm not driving my Pathfinder right now. Since there's a big hole in the roof,
glass falling through on top of it.
Right now I'm good because I had the cover closed. Thank goodness.
It's holding it all.
If I wouldn't have had that cover closed, that video would have been a whole different thing.
It'd have been even funnier. Probably.
Yes, absolutely.
For everybody that got the pleasure to see it.
Glad y'all got a kick out of just watching me continue back to my seeds afterwards.
He didn't ever drop the seeds. And didn't even stop spitting the seeds.
Language warning, though, if you do happen to see that video.
You see, I hadn't watched it with sound yet.
Yeah, don't do it around your kid. I was a little annoyed.
I'm at moment's silence for former alumni Washington Chapel Wildcat Tariq Connor.
Tariq Connor.
Thank you.
So a moment of silence for former Watson Chapel Wildcat Tariq Connor. I wonder if there was a freshman from Philander Smith that was killed in a car accident down here last night. And I wonder if that's who that was.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the Hornets will be kicking off. As we're not ready. I thought he was going to kick that football.
Boom. It's game time.
Our officials are still... I missed what that second announcement was, but our officials are still chatting it up down there. I will say, I really do like the Watson Chapel uniforms.
Listen, I like the gray ones that they wore against against Joe T.
Yes.
I'm surprised these are legal with the numbers. There's not enough contrast.
Hey, I can see those a lot better than a lot of Robinson jerseys.
They're pretty shiny,
They
and the
are.
numbers are at least shiny. Robinson jerseys are the exact same color as the jersey.
Yes, it's frustrating. It's so hard to see those. Robinson, of course, at Whitehall tonight. You can join Chris Gay and Jake Hall on that call tonight. Jake not with us tonight as Will Stafford couldn't make it as he's hanging out at a wedding tonight. So Jake Hall filling in color over on the Robinson Sports Network.
But he's wishing crickets on us in the group chat.
Yes, he was. Hey, look, we're on travel mode this week in terms of a network. PA is the only team at home tonight, and they're probably not going to feel very like home as they're hosting Bryant.
It's probably the only team that might lose tonight, too.
Yes.
As much as you hate to say it for PA, but
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody's in the States beating Bryant this year.
No, PA's played better over the last couple of weeks, so we didn't have sticks. That's our delay.
Well, we didn't need them
We
for
didn't
the
have a down marker.
kickoff.
Yeah.
Is a down marker really important? I mean, as long as you have the sticks for where the first down is.
Oh, it's 3rd and 11 to start the game, apparently, from the 36,
Yeah, well,
according to the scoreboard.
that's fine. Maybe it's just telling what's going to happen.
All right, I think we're ready as Dylan Moran's got it teed up and our Ankles kickoff. The quietest start to a football game I think I've ever experienced.
There is a better crowd here than there was last time. Senior night probably helps with some of that.
Yes. So returnable by the Wildcats. A little seam up the middle and breaks out to the 39-yard line. A good return to start things off for the Wildcats.
But, that whole time there, I was thinking if he made it to the 37, then we very likely could have had a 3rd and 11 on the 36-yard line.
Yes. Too hot. He's too hot. Yes.
Whenever we were getting close there, I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna happen. We're gonna have a chance." A little couple 2 yards too many for that to
That would
happen.
have been awesome, though. So first down, and now we've got more.
Coach Maupin walking all the way out to midfield to get the ball.
Get the right football.
I think he said,
That looks better. I think.
"Does that look better to everybody watching?"
Yeah, does the shot look better? Let me get our comments iPad up over here.
I think it looks better from your
It
screen.
does. It was really bright there for a minute. Those yellow helmets were shining. Another delay here. I think they're trying to find the right football to play with. I'm really not sure.
Well, they
Maybe-
gave Maumelle their ball back, but I don't know. Now that Maumelle has their ball back, I don't know what we're waiting on.
This has been quite the start. Couple of delays here. I don't know. Let's see.
Now they're talking to.
Oh, not that one.
We're just gonna hit all the buttons.
Yes.
No,
No.
that was like Cinderella.
That
I
was-
like, okay. Okay.
That could be appropriate later.
There is, yeah. Maybe we'll play that one, and you'll be hearing the crickets on the board, not the crickets in the room.
So I wonder if this is a conversation about the jerseys. Surely not at this point in the season.
Oh, unless.
But
Have they? We don't know what jerseys they've worn so far because they
This
were
is
in the
true.
grays.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
We've got the voice changer going. Oh, wait, Andy can't hear this.
Oh well.
That's too bad.
I think in the arena game, in the arena league, somebody called me Kermit the Frog, so maybe I do need the voice changer.
Yo!
we are still awaiting something. We're not at all sure.
And there's no sense of urgency whatsoever
No.
to get this figured out.
No, we're just going to hang out.
It's a Sunday stroll to each sideline. Are the sticks still broke? Is that what they're doing?
Maybe so. They are back there. I have no idea. Maybe they can't figure out how to flip 1, 2, 3, 4. Not real sure what's going on. Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, what is everything supposed to be?
The down marker's broken. Oh, there we go. We'll switch to that shot so we know what's going on.
Yeah, come on now.
Jeez, producer. There, look. See, there's the work happening.
Tell her to zoom in on the
Yeah, maybe it doesn't have all 4 numbers. Maybe that's the problem. There's a three. Maybe they're out of order and they don't know how to do it.
But they've got two. They've got that one and the one that's on the stick. So which one's the right one?
I have no idea.
They played here last week, did they not?
I know they did 2 weeks ago. Oh, look, it doesn't hold it up. That's
that
the
one
problem.
doesn't fold right.
What in the world? What's this button do?
This is lots of fun.
Oh, we had that one already.
So will that? So they're just gonna have somebody hold that there the whole time.
It's like, here, you got to put this one up when it's first and second down. It's good stuff.
Can we get some athletic tape?
I got some gaff tape.
Like, because somebody's arms are going to be extremely tired.
Well, they should have thought
The
about
buildup
that.
of lactic acid. Yeah, but you should have one of the coaches hold it up if that's the case. Don't have the kids hold it up.
That is true. We're going to get to football
Oh,
officially
there's
here.
a third one.
Hey, we might have found the right one. They probably grabbed the broken one. I don't know.
Okay, this one's the flip one, yeah.
Okay, yeah, they
but the
grabbed the wrong
three's
one.
not on it. He's carrying the three in his other hand.
I wonder if they've just been piecing it together all year.
One sticks for first down, one sticks for second down.
There is no telling. That one doesn't do anything.
Yeah, the three's not on it, though.
Well, we don't get a third down tonight. There's
Well,
no
we
third
had
down.
3rd and 11 at kickoff.
Well, I don't know.
I say you tape the one that's working to the other stick and just move on.
Hey,
Because
this
it is 7:06 now, and
Yeah.
we've only kicked ball.
Most of us still have quite a drive. You got more drive than I do.
Okay, here we go.
All right, we're ready for
we
football.
got 3 sticks over there.
So here we go.
Jalen Harris is almost offsides.
Hand it away. Left side. Bubba Johnson wraps him up. And now Swarm of Hornets, his whistles blow. They'll mark him forward at the 42-yard
I
line.
wasn't even ready for the first snap. But if you listen to the pregame show, you know, that's kind of what Coach Maupin talked about. They're going to be multiple. They're going to be in all kinds of different sets and running all kinds of different offenses. So that was kind of like a fullback dive type thing with a possible quarterback option off of it. He acted like he could have pulled it. So we'll just see. They got a full house kind of back there.
Yeah, quarterback's Jakylan Battles. And he'll keep it to the right side. Hornets meet him as he gets to the 44. Brought down at the 45-yard line. I'll bring up a 3rd down and make it 4 here for the Wildcats. So hopefully they did find the 3 because we've already got a 3rd.
It's just 2 right now.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you one thing, though, about an offense. Like if a program that has been struggling, come out and run something like that people don't see very often. If you get good at it and just do that and practice it, that's where you can start to see a little bit of success that nobody's used to.
Well, now you see the shift as they go into shotgun. Battles drops, looking, rolling right. Harris chasing him, couldn't get him. And now they will sling him out of bounds, and the poor chain gang gets it again as they go flying
It
down.
might be broke again. But that's what you can't. You get to 3rd and 4, right? And then you decide to switch it up to a completely different offense. Just pick something and stick with it. Figure out what your kids can do. And with the pass rush that Maumelle has this year, I don't know that spreading out is probably your best bet in this game.
When you saw it there, Hornets had several guys. Of course, Jordan Harris was the first one chasing him. I missed, who slung him out of bounds. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know. I think they would have been better served to stay in all that misdirection they were running versus going into that traditional shotgun set. So the Hornets will run someone back quick. And trying to catch it over the shoulder is Wiley. Does bring it in and is wrapped up at the 30. That was an adventure in and of itself.
I mean, it bounced about a mile in the air after it finally hit. But, I mean, you've got people even calling for Cabot to go back to their option because they're not doing a whole lot in the spread. They're not near as successful and near as competitive with what they're doing. I mean, that's an offense, stuff like that not many people do, that it's really difficult to prepare for, and it's difficult for these kids in high school to see it just for a week and figure out a really good way to stop it and get your eyes right. So if you are struggling, that's one of those things that's worth taking a look at, just making sure you just do that and get good at it.
But it's also one of those things, too, we'll get into it a little more, as the Hornet offense out on the field is nearly a PI roofing penalty.
I think it probably was.
Should have been. Warrior finds Wiley trying to find some room as Wiley will be taken down. I think a helmet came off in there somewhere. Something hit the turf. Maybe not. I don't know.
Number 3, Marshawn Wiley.
Either way, give him about 4 on the play.
For the Hornets.
It'll be 2nd and 6. Hornets check to the sideline here. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Warrior drops, wants to go deep. He's got Wiley out there. Oh, just a bit much on that one, and it'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, I mean, they did good. They kind of moved the other Warrior, kind of ran a little post route to clear out that corner and bring the safety with them, and it worked. And you had Marshawn running a few steps ahead of a guy, just kind of overthrew him. And I think as much as anything, Marshawn wasn't running as much throughout the whole route either. Had he been running a little bit more to start, he might have had a chance to get to that one anyway.
Third down and 6. That's Henry in the backfield. And flags fly, a PI roofing penalty. And it'll be a false start on the Hornets. So that'll
Not
back
great.
them up.
3rd and 11 from the 28.
Don't say 36.
We got the 3rd and 11, right?
Yeah, yeah. They don't even have the, there we go, 29. Now we're good.
It's on the 28,
I was
though.
about to say that would mean 10,
That would be
but
3rd
anyway.
and 10.
Yeah. So Warrior drops on 3rd and 11, looking, rolling to his left. Dumps it off. Henry, a good catch across the 40 as he is taken down there, but that's enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
That was a bullet.
Yeah.
That leap I threw right there. That's one of those that maybe you can take a little bit off that one. I'm glad Jacob was able to go up and grab it. Strong hands right there to go up and get it because that thing came out hot.
So 8:50 to play in our first down of the evening for either team. Wiley and Isaac Warrior to the near side of the field. Ocean man is Bubba Johnson. They'll pitch it out. Henry looking for blocks. Finds a seam, but it closes quickly as he's taken down. And we'll see where they spot this. Looks like the 46-yard line, maybe 3 on the play.
I kind of lost him in there for a little bit.
At first I thought I saw him squirt out, but that was a lineman that squirted out of there.
Speaking of linemen, you got a few guys back tonight. Ryan Bills is back over there at your left guard. Looks like Clinty might be back at center. It's good to see for the offensive. Oh,
and we've got whistles and a timeout. Our first Akel's Carpet One Floor and Home timeout of the evening. As Coach Hurd didn't like something he saw.
wasn't happy with something in this corner over here on this side of the field. Was kind of talking to Coach after the timeout. So I don't know if there was miscommunication or maybe they're still worried about letting Wiley get open earlier because it's the same guy they were talking to after that play as well.
I do want to say thanks for the hospitality here at Watson Chapel. Some Papa John's pizza in the press box. So there's drinks in there too. So if you find yourself thirsty in a few.
We are starting to get the press box is just starting to step up a little bit. Get us some. We got food last week. Got food this week.
We got to order food last week. That was the crazy, which we didn't know that. Andy got to do it for us. Week. We didn't know that, but yes. Talking about the food situation at our place last week, and yeah. Poor Andy's lost over there. He doesn't. Well, we cannot figure out why he cannot get our audio in his ear, and
maybe he doesn't want to hear us.
No, he does,
and he's doing it on purpose.
He misses it
because he's a
computer.
He's a computer whiz that's doing it on purpose.
I could just give him the third headset.
He just make sure he stays on.
Then he'd have all kinds of earmuffs on over there. Warrior drops second down. In trouble, looking, throwing. Hampton just couldn't get tall enough for that one to bring up a third down.
Yeah, a little happy feet in there in the pocket, and he wasn't able to he didn't get himself set before he let that one fly, so it sailed on him. That's just one of those mechanic things that he's been much better at this year, is making sure he gets the right foundation there before he throws the ball. Just kind of is feeling a little bit, and I think, he's had some games where he's had pressure. Especially last week on the interior, he had a lot of pressure when he dropped back, and against Parkview had pressure, so he's actually got time this week, and he just doesn't feel it yet. He doesn't have the feel for a good pocket after the past few weeks, so he just got to work into that.
You can use that. So third down as Warrior drops, pressure off the edge. He's got Henry who leaks out, got a first down and more as he's out to the 35. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 40. That'll be another Acre Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, that's a good little. Really, I guess technically it's a wheel route, but he threw it, quickly. But I mean, there wasn't anybody left over there, so he had a good 10 yards before he ever was close to a.
And Warriors zipping it out there so far tonight. Almost 2 throws to Jacob. Now they'll hand it away to Henry. Henry gets the edge and pushed out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
And we talked about it again in the pregame show. I told Coach that you make sure I ask every week about the run game, but hopefully we see the run game kind of get itself going. And a lot of it has to do with the continuity between the offensive line and how you've had guys hurt. And there's a lot of communication and a lot of work together that has to go with those 5 guys for a run game to really excel. So maybe you can start to build on that.
Yeah, it is, like you said before, nice to see that normal group back out there. Henry, your motion man, to be quarterback draw. Warrior, some space, and he is plowing through folks inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. And another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
And that one set up really good. You motion Jacob out, get the box pretty empty in there. You got 5 guys for their 5 guys that are left, and they blocked it up exactly how it's supposed to look, and a nice little chunk play for Levi running the ball. Kutoff coming in at running back now.
Interesting to see Kutoff out there this early. No Bubba Johnson in the backfield, saving him for his closer role. Now Kutoff leaks out. Now they want Hampton on the left side. Hampton off to the races, 10, inside the 10. He's got another Acre Pharmacy first down, and it'll be first and goal, Hornets from the 9.
That's one where you really expect him to take that to the house because it feels like he's going to break 4 tackles every time he gets the ball.
He's just got such quick explosion through that. You know, we saw it a little bit last week. It's a little unexpected at times when you see him turn up field as quick as he's able to, especially within that traffic.
And then able to find those lanes.
Do a little inside pitch. Wiley, right side, tons of room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6 as the Coyote scores for the first time tonight. Hornets lead this one 6-0.
A little misdirection there, and that's a play they've ran a ton the past 3 years, but that misdirection got Watson Chapel's eyes in the wrong place, and Wiley just had 2 lead blockers out there for 1 Wildcat, and it's pretty good odds right there, 2 blockers versus 1 defender.
Kids being kids therapy, extra point. As Moran gets it set. Uh-oh.
Well, you had one running in late because Clinty's helmet came off.
They do get him off. Good snap, good hold. And the kids being kids therapy extra point is good. And the Hornets extend their lead to 7-0 here with 6:21 to go in our first quarter.
Good first possession offensively for the Hornets. So good defensive possession, good offensive possession. Now you need to kind of keep that one going. Just build on each possession one after another. Show a little bit of run, show a little bit of pass. Maybe get a few more sacks for that defense.
Yeah, you talk about the sacks in last week. I still haven't seen the official total number of sacks for everybody. Jordan Harris officially credited with 5 sacks last week. Just an impressive performance by this defensive line. And if that unit continues to play at that high level as we continue on in those last couple of matchups with Cersei and Robinson, this could be a pretty fun run down those final 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, dominant defensive line makes life extremely difficult for any offense. I don't care what offense you are. If those guys up front are playing well, it's hard to score points and move the ball.
So Moran with our Ackles kickoff, returnable from around the 17, looking for room and brought down by Mooney as he crosses the 35 to the 37-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Wildcats.
And we are set up now. We are set up perfectly. Oh, I want it to happen so bad. Watson Chubb, you got to back up, fellas.
Wait, there we go. Now they're set in the right spot. It is set up to happen. That just means if it does, something crazy's happening on that 3rd and 11. You know that's how it has to work.
Yeah, probably like a defensive touchdown or something.
I like that. Dropping his battles, he throws it out. And boy, Jordan Harris trying to rip it out. Let's get the tackle first, and they do. Is that Jordan?
I think it's Jay Will.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Jay Will.
Number 11, Mackenzie Miller.
He was going to break that tackle and get 3 more yards to the 36.
Hey, a couple of these young men have some names now. That was Kennedy Miller on that one.
Okay. All right. I see you. That's a J, I think. Jackenzie.
Is it Jay? I thought I heard him say I.
Oh, well, that definitely is a J on the roster.
Or is it rolling into that dot? I don't know.
Yeah, well.
Wait, where's that other roster? How's it spelled on this one? This is the official. Yeah, it is a J. Jackenzie. I apologize. Look at Bills right up the middle as Battles throws high and brought in with Henry charging in, but tackled immediately. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 14 for the Wildcats.
That was a step away from a pick 6 right there.
Mackenzie Miller. He's got 3rd down and 15.
There's Fine Miller again.
3rd down and 15 brings you a great chance for those pass rushers off the edge. Got Patrick Ward as well, who we hadn't talked about as much, but it has been extremely impressive this year. He's just playing across from Jordan Harris, who's been dominant at times, but both edge rushers on this defense have been extremely impressive.
Battles drops. Wow, the pressure up the middle, and Henry nearly picked it off. And boy, Battles took an absolute shot in the pocket, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, kind of sold and let Jordan Harris sit there, and he showed like he was coming, but then they sent some of those linebackers. Davian Jordan 6 was the guy that made contact there with the quarterback and made him get the ball out really fast. But good job, good little scheme right there by the defense to confuse your offensive line.
I tell you what, Jordan came through there like he was shot out of a cannon through the middle. Surprised me with how quick he came through. How is that? And this punt is away. And Wiley going to let it bounce. And stalks it and now changes his mind smartly.
However that punter kicks that ball, it lands perfectly every time where it bounces straight up. Wiley was sitting there waiting for it to take a little roll to him and skip up to his hands, and that thing died, and it bounced straight up into the air, and there wasn't anything he could do with it.
PA sporting the pink unis tonight.
It is October.
It is. Will even went with the pink graphic on the scoreboard.
Wow.
So getting fancy over there. They are just about done with the first quarter already there. And it's 7-0 Bryant. Henry to the left side.
What was that? Ryan Bills just kind of stood there the whole time during that play.
It looked a little out of sorts. The way Warrior made the handoff even looked weird. I wonder if somebody went the wrong way. The play just looked strange from the beginning.
He stood up and didn't move.
Warrior, they'll try that little misdirection pitch. Wiley up the middle, room again across the 40 as he is smothered down at the 36-yard line. It'll be an Acre Pharmacy 1st down for the Hornets.
I'm excited to see him get going and start, making those moves, those little quick twitch that he's got and making guys miss. Glad to see him back healthy and ready to go again.
So Hornets back to the line quickly. Warrior fakes it, looking left side. Bubba Johnson with the catch inside the 30, 25, 20, and goes into the contact inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Hornets. Another Acre Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, great blocking out there on the edge by both of your receivers out there, Jackson Hampton and Marshawn Wiley, doing good to spring Bubba for an extra 15 or 20 right there.
They have played roughly half of the first quarter over at Whitehall. Robinson leads 21-0.
I was wondering when it's coming.
4 minutes to go in the first in that one. Now Warrior wants his brother in the end zone. Oh, Isaac may have slowed up a little premature and couldn't quite high point that one. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, he did. He had a lot more room back there in the corner. That it seemed like he didn't know if he was there, but he moves backwards a little bit quicker, and it's going to be a fairly easy catch for him.
The struggles continue for Mills. They're at Forest City. Forest City leads that one 6-0 in the first. Looks like Mills is driving to score, though. Well, again, they'll go with the pitch. Wiley, room, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. The Coyote scores again, and the Hornets eating good in the American Pie Pizza end zone. 13-0 with 2:51 to go here in our first.
I don't know if Marshawn ever went down. Had he not been in the end zone, I think he was sitting on top of the tackler. He could still be running.
We've seen that. We know how good he is at that. So we'll await our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point.
Just keep doing what you're supposed to do. Do your job. Keep moving the ball. Stack up numbers. Get more comfortable on offense.
Mooney ready. Warrior to hold it. Good snap there off sides. So we'll get a PI roofing penalty. Hey, do you want to know how I know that my business partner, Will Watkins, did not go and verify his other networks?
Oh.
Check the scoreboard. Mills is not the home team.
Somebody get Will on the phone.
So we'll do this again as they'll go half the distance to the goal after the penalty.
Makes it a much easier extra point, huh?
It's a whole yard and a half. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. Is that one up and through? Kids being kids therapy extra point, and it makes it 14-0 with 2:51 to go here in the first. And Tyler, what we want to see, it's not officially when we get the official Jim Ashley stats, those are going to be passing plays, but it's basically the running game for this team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, those little pop passes are completions for Levi, and they're going to be receptions and passing yards, but I mean, it's in the box. It's hand the ball off. Let the offensive line go to work and run the football, essentially. And that's what you want to see. You want to really get that work in. Full speed, as Coach Maupin said in the pregame. Get your offensive line gelled together, working together at full speed against another team just to kind of get that built.
Our Ackles kickoff. Teed up and ready to go here. Foot in ball, returnable as a bounding kick. Picked up around the 19-yard line. Looking for space, none there as he is dragged down across the 30 to the 31. And the Wildcats will start their possession right there.
Notice they're not asking him to kick it between the numbers and the sideline this week.
maybe a little less worry about these the athletes back there returning it, or maybe he's just like, you know what, you guys got to make a tackle. I don't care how good they are.
We have 4 kickoffs in a row at that point, maybe.
Yep.
Ooh, man, that was.
Ooh, somebody just put some cologne on. I believe we had a PI roofing penalty. I think we had a hold on the play, so they'll back them up 10 after the return. So
let's do it. Put it in reverse. You got that one on there,
don't
you?
have that
Oh,
one.
I thought, okay.
Oh, well, hang on.
What was the bottom, that one?
No.
Okay, well, I guess the yellow one. I don't know what that's for.
That's something we'll put on
That
here.
one can be replaced with the backup.
Oh, no, we don't want that.
That was just
All right, let me
music.
turn the cricket off. We don't want to call them.
We should have played that while we were trying to figure out the sticks and everything.
I'm sure we'll have an opportunity again. All right, so the offense back on the field for the Wildcats. Now trailing 14-0. Battles looking for room around the left side. There's a little bit of space before he's pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he gets the edge pretty good, and he gets pushed a little bit, but I don't know that he got pushed hard enough that he had to go out of bounds that quick. He ended up looking like he was running sideways. Just didn't want any of that contact that was coming for him.
You know, Tyler, they've not went back to that kind of wishbone, whatever you want to call it. More.
It's got a name, but I'm too young to know what the name is. You should
Dead
know the
T.
name.
No,
though.
wait, no.
Yeah.
No, not me. It's the Air Force offense, or Army offense. They're going to go deep here, and that one not even close.
Good, no separation or anything right there, even if it wasn't a good spot. Pretty good coverage right there. I think that's Brooks. Yeah, Brooks, number 1 down on the coverage. Had his eyes in a good spot. They're paying straight man, so he had his eyes right there. Never looked, never peeked, never tried to cheat himself, and stayed in good position.
Lots of just different substitutions here as Watson Chapel seemingly putting a whole new offense on, as that was not Battles on that pass a minute ago. I missed actually who that was.
I think 2 was warming up earlier. Rayford. He was down here throwing.
See a lefty?
I don't know.
So that was a lefty that just threw that ball straight up in the air.
But now Battles is in here.
The receiver wasn't set. They let him get away with it. Throw it. Ooh. That one sails on Battles, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's one where he had some blitzers in his face, and he just wanted to get rid of that one. He saw him coming. Just kind of flung it out there. He's like, I know I got a guy over there.
Yeah, I go back and touch on that, that the dead tee, wishbone, wing tee, whatever you want to call it, style offenses, the old Cabot styles and that kind of stuff. And it is a very unique offense. And to your point, it's hard for teams to adjust to that on the fly on a week and be ready for that one offense that one week. The other piece to that, though, too, is lots of Chapel's in a unique spot here along 530 with Pine Bluff one way, Whitehall, Sheridan, and of course Mills up the road as well. Here's our punt. Wiley returnable from the 38, and he will be smothered at the 49-yard line. That's where the Hornet offense will take the field. But so you're trying to compete for kids as it is along this corridor, and I gotta believe that as much as you would love to be able to institute that style of offense, it's also just not an offense kids get excited to play in now. And so
that's true.
You got to try to you got to have the right kids that are willing to play in that offense. And not saying that Coach Hurd doesn't, but that's just so hard. And everybody wants to play in the spread style where I can, be Jackson Hampton and have 8 catches for 185 yards. I get it, but sometimes you got to do what's best for that community too.
And it's so easy now for kids to go to different schools and play at different schools. So it's definitely different.
All right, so Hornet offense on the field. 1st and 10 from the 49. Warrior drops, pressure up the middle, gets it out. Oh, Isaac bobbled and then caught it. And so Warrior for an Acre Pharmacy first down. And
that was about the same as that catching against Sylvan Hills in the end zone. Levi kind of took a little pop there. He didn't go down or anything, but got hit square in the face right after he let that one go. So good job standing in there and taking it.
I was about to say, you mentioned it before me, but that felt more roughing the quarterback-ish than the call we had last week against Pine Bluff.
If he'd have fallen, maybe he'd have gotten it.
Yeah. Wiley motions back to the far side of the field. Warrior drops. Harris.
Good job by
they got some help there. Warrior looking deep, got his man. And what a throw. Give him 6. Touchdown Hornets as Bubba Johnson got behind the defense for 6.
Well, I'll say I spoke that one into existence because I was trying to say good job by Jacob helping Jalen Harris there on that free brusher. But I say good job, Bubba, but it was a great job by Bubba. Good route, good catch right there on the throw from Levi, too. So just all around.
You see Jalen, good job turning him inside, and then Jacob right with the help, and that's what sprung that. And a beautiful ball to Bubba.
Yeah, great spot right there. Let him run into it. Even if he wasn't right there by the end zone, he'd have still been running. Sounds like the Watson Chapel band just played for that touchdown.
They did. And whistles before the snap. A PI roofing penalty on the field.
Another offside.
Yep, and it is. And go see our friends at Kids Being Kids Therapy. Big smiles, great success, more confidence means happy kids. 100 Commerce Drive in Maumelle, 501-803-9722, kidsbeingkidstherapy.com. Got to go hang with the owners of Kids Being Kids Therapy last week at a wedding that I was drugged to all the way in Fort Smith.
You were
officially
dragged.
Rudy,
you were drugged to or drugged?
Both.
To? Okay.
Both,
yeah. It happens, I guess.
Now,
got to cover up the knees of the kicker.
I was going to say, or are we tying Dylan's shoe down there? What are we doing? As we await our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point. And that one up. And just got it over that crossbar. So the kick is good. And with 1:18 to go in our first quarter, Hornets lead this one 21-0.
Well, there's not much else to say. You can say the exact same thing as you said the first 2 possessions. I mean, doing a good job moving the ball, letting the game come to you. Guys out there making plays, protecting Levi a little bit there. He took a few little bit of hits, but overall, a good job standing in the pocket and getting that ball out.
Our other road crew for the week, our Sylvan Hills Bears, the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. They've made their way all the way to El Dorado tonight in what is a huge 6A East battle. You think about it, There's no way in a million years you would have had me talk. We would have been talking. You could have told me we'd be talking about Sylvan Hills in the driver's seat right now for the 6A East. This far along in week 6 of the football season. Obviously a loss to Marion, but Marion loses to El Dorado. They go down and beat Benton. Now if they can beat El Dorado,
put themselves in first place
that's right.
with the tiebreakers. I'm calling it. They're going to win the conference.
And I don't know what's happened, but they are not scoring at the pace that they had been. As this one gets away and finally picked up around the 16-yard line and pulls him down. Not much.
Who was that? Just got just enough.
Yeah.
Aiden Gillespie just got just enough to get him tripped up and down about the 19-yard line.
Everybody's playing football faster than us. Now, it doesn't help that we had a 10-minute conversation about the change to start this thing, but
it's true.
They have 5:34 to go in the first half at El Dorado right now, and there is no score.
Wow. You sure it's the first half and not the first quarter?
Second quarter, 5:34 to go. I mostly trust Pat Haley to have that right. So
mostly.
Well, things happen, like his inability to do replay.
Yeah, well, Andy just learned last week.
Andy's killing it with replay now, though. All right, so Watson Chapel. We're going to try to get something going offensively here. And whistles, PI roofing penalty. False start. So that's not going to help.
Their most yards gained so far have been in that run-heavy package.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, they haven't went back to it.
I'm really surprised because Battles looked quick in it when he went to that corner. He looked. I mean, if they could just find a little space, he gets into the open. It's going to be hard. Hornets going to have a hard time keeping up with him.
He does look like if he gets a seam, he could bust one. But we're just going to spread it out.
Tell you what, though, we've got a battle going really between us and Robinson right now. They're 20 seconds away from the end of the quarter there, and it's 28-0.
Well, we can get the ball back.
A defensive touchdown here. Hornets drag him down in the backfield. Nowhere to go there for the Wildcats.
Unless Coach Maupin starts calling timeouts in the first quarter, though, we might not get there before. Somebody tell him, hey, you want to keep up with Joe T, you need to go timeouts. You got to score 28 in the first quarter.
This was like me last night at Diesel's baseball game. He was going to get an opportunity to pitch, and we were right at the very end of our time limit. We were up by 13 runs, and I'm like, oh, please let us. And thankfully,
takes him out. Just
but we were trying to get them off the field. They kept walking us.
Intentional strikeouts.
Hey, that'll help. That one incomplete with 30 seconds on the clock.
Built-in timeout.
It'll bring up a third down.
Can you imagine they're going to throw it again? If we can force another incompletion, maybe it will be 28-0 by the end of the first quarter.
This is the pick 6 for 28-0.
Who's he going to throw it to?
I got a feeling it's Brooks' turn. I like Caden.
He's going to throw one to Bryce Mooney.
Okay.
Your inside linebacker. I'd love to see it. Davian Jordan's about to blitz and get pressure. You see him walking up.
Might be a scoop and score. See, bringing pressure. They throw this way, and good catch.
He caught it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brought in Henry on the hit. That's still going to bring up a fourth down, but it's also going to send us to the second quarter, I would think.
Well, they hadn't reset. They just now reset the play clock. It was still counting down.
It's a great catch there by Jackenzie Miller.
The 40-second play clock just started.
Well, yeah, we're going to go to the second. They're in punt formation. They don't even have a punter yet. And so that'll do it for our first quarter of play. Hornets up big after one here at Watson Chapel, 21-0. We'll be back with more Hornet football here on the Maumelle Sports Network right after this. Come see us today at American Pie Pizza. Enjoy our pizza by the slice daily from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Or catch one of our daily specials like $2 Tuesdays and get $2 off any large pizza. Are wings more your thing? Monday nights are Wingtastic Mondays. So get all the wings you can eat for just 69 cents a wing. And don't forget about the incredible cheese dip. Then to finish it all off, be sure to grab a Pizookie or one of our other amazing desserts. So head over to 9709 Maumelle Boulevard and let our friendly staff serve you today. Call ahead at 501-758-8800 or order online at www.ampiepizza.com. Live free and eat pizza at American Pie Pizza. All right, welcome back. Here from Watson Chapel High School, home of the Wildcats. Fourth down here for Watson Chapel as we start our second quarter. I'm Steve Henson along with Tyler Chenault. Hornets have been dominant since the beginning.
You can't ask for much more in the first quarter.
And snap high, but brought in. This was a much
That's
better
a good
punt.
one, yeah.
Wiley hits the end of his fingertips, bobbles it, trouble. Now gets away. And after all that, he gets about 4 yards on the return to the 49.
He bobbled it about 7 times before he finally hauled it in and was ready to start running.
It is a bit breezy out there, but I don't know that it was enough for that one. Maybe it's the lack of lighting that got him. I don't know.
Can't see it. Lost it up there.
It is exceptionally bright on the 50. It's like they have a spotlight on the Gatorade bottles down here. It's exceptionally bright right there.
Yeah, that Gatorade symbol, the lightning bolt on this one is like glowing.
Yes.
I agree.
But then it gets darker the further you go.
And he hadn't had to catch one yet either.
Uh-oh, our camera guy must be struggling at Robinson.
No.
His comment says, come on, camera guy. Which one they talking about? Warrior hands it away. Wiley, look at the quickness, the burst as he crosses the 45. Was it Qtoff? Oh,
yep.
I just saw the little short guy.
Man, Qtoff's got a little bit of height to him.
He's not much bigger than
Man, you can tell the difference.
I see it now, yeah. I just when I see the smaller body guy, I guess assume. I should not assume. I apologize. It is Qtoff in the backfield. Wiley is lined up in that little trip set to the right.
Qtoff doing his best Ashton Jinty impression with his stance back there.
Yes. It's become all the rage.
It has. Every other player on College Football 26, every other recruit is in the Jinty standing straight up.
So Qtoff, another carry, another Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets. Hey, they're trying to start the wave.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Now Warrior throwing, wants Isaac. Oh, it was high, and Isaac paid for it. A big hit. Is that 11 or 14?
21.
Neither one. Jalen Murphy.
11 or 14.
I got to get new contacts. I got to go see my great eye doctor there in Maumelle.
Yeah, 2 is a lefty. He's down here in the green gloves.
Warrior, Jackson Hampton on the catch, but Hampton ran right into a man. He's like, I can run through you. No, you can't.
Bubba just threw his hand. Where are you going?
You know, you go back last week, Jacob Henry on the run, he had the assist from Bubba. Jacob was going down. He just bounces right off of Bubba. Stays up, gets a couple more yards.
Did that count as a missed tackle for Bubba last week?
It should have. It had to have.
I'd have gave him one.
Yeah. So 10:37 to go here in our first half. They're down 9 for the Hornets. Qtoff. They'll go quarterback draw. Warrior right up the middle. Trying to drag some Wildcats with him. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first down.
Imagine that definitely. I mean, you can already tell running the ball 3rd and 8. It's a 4-down possession for sure. I mean, you don't run the ball right there unless you know you've got 2 downs to get the first down.
They did the wave.
Yeah, the band's starting it, and they are getting hype.
They got to get hype about something.
Hey, a good band makes a football game now.
I'm glad they're here because when they're not playing, it's quiet in this place. Warrior, there's that pitch play inside. Wiley following the big dudes around the right side. Inside the 20.
We got a hand on him, but then just kind of pushed him out, and Wiley kind of ran right there. Now, should the offensive lineman have probably stayed on the block? Yeah, probably that too, but struggling to, read the butt of the blocker right now.
I mean, and all Wiley's got to do is just hide between them. I mean, he's half the size of both of them.
They're going to be guessing the whole time where you end up.
So 1st and 10 after the Acre Pharmacy first down. Motion Henry out. Warrior looks that way. Now back across to Hampton. Hampton with room, but again runs right into a tackler, but sheds him. Still on his feet. There went forward progress. And brought down at the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
How often do you see 7 broken tackles and a loss on the play?
Jeez.
And also, quick update on the sticks. The first down marker has broken now. The pad is falling off.
Here we are. We're calling for donations. We need to donate some new chains to the folks here at Watson
They can probably
Chapel.
build it into the building fund over there, don't you think?
They want to build our network into it. We've had conversations.
Gonna have to find some Pine Bluff people because
Yeah,
can't be making this drive every week.
negative. Now Warrior drops, looking, takes a shot over the middle. Oh, did he catch
Yes,
it?
he did.
Oh my goodness! Give him 6. How in the world did
It's the little
Wiley
guy.
come down
Yep.
with that? 3 scores now for Wiley in the first half.
He really good body control right there, turned around
How?
and twisted himself to make a good play, and he got whopped while he did it too.
I am ready for Andy's replay on this one.
Nah, he didn't get this one.
Oh, he had to have. He looking at He's going screen to screen over there.
Let me make sure.
So Moran on for our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point.
He's just waiting on the extra point, making sure he didn't miss the kick.
Low snap, put up, and kick is up and good.
Listen, those extra points are extremely important right now.
Moran stays perfect on our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point. It is 28-0, and here's your replay. Oh, he slow-mos it and all. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. A great job.
Next time, tell him to turn the audio on when he slow-mos it. Right, Will?
Hey, did your field cam have anything from that? I'm curious.
He doesn't know how
He
to
doesn't know how
find
to do
that
that.
one. Yeah.
That's the good replays, is the field cam replays. We got to make sure he understands that one.
And you don't have to worry about audio on those.
True.
Maybe.
Well, it's our audio, though.
Yeah.
That's
not
the thing.
camera, yeah.
Like, hearing Kyle Sutherland going, oh!
It kind of sounds like your voice changer that you've got over there.
Need to try that on the next long play. Hey, look at here. Look at what Andy did.
Okay, Andy.
Oh, boy, Wiley. 3 scores here in the first half.
He landed straight on his back, too.
Yeah.
He's just going to catch his breath. And the clock's still running right now with the kickoff.
Whoopsie, wrong button. Hey, there's 8:57 as our Akel's kickoff. Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Yes.
It stays in bounds.
Uh-oh.
But now Watson Chapel with some room. Spins
Okay.
around and gets hammered at the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. Goodness.
That was close. It looked like maybe it wasn't going to bounce out. With where he caught it, I think it was going to stay in bounds. But
We're staying on pace here. We're a little behind the pace of Robinson. It's now 35-0 Robinson.
they started before we did, though, a little
This
bit,
is true.
right?
Yeah, but we still, I bet we have about the same time on the clock with the delay that I'm seeing.
Because we are at 8:51, not 7:26. There you go. It's right now. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
They've got 9:11 on the clock there.
Okay, so we're ahead of them time-wise.
But it should be right about the same, I bet.
As long as we all get to those 35s, nothing
Yes, please.
early. Hopefully get an earlier bedtime tonight.
And I guess that's the band. I thought I
It
heard
was.
whistles.
It did, yep. Some sort of flute over there. It sounded like making the whistle sound.
Fix that reed on that thing.
Is that what causes it to
I
do
had
that?
no idea. It just sounded good.
Flutes don't have reeds, I don't
Do
think.
they? I don't know nothing
Clarinets
about it.
do. The woodwinds, I think, have the reeds.
That's what I get. I was trying to sound smart. Bad plan.
I think a flute might be a brass instrument.
I did write a story in college when I was on the paper at Texarkana College that
That's a
basically,
thing?
yes, it was. It's now
Oh,
Texas A&M, Texarkana or
okay,
something. I don't
okay.
know. But I wrote a paper there talking about how I've learned more from sports than I did any art or music class.
Nice.
They didn't like it.
Why? Was it an art or music class?
The art and music departments did not like it. I don't know where he was throwing that football, by the way. Sorry for
Well,
the lack
to the
of
guy that got
play-by-play.
pushed down.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't get a penalty flag right there because he got kind of pushed out of bounds. But I'm fine with that. But I think 11 was the intended receiver, Jackenzie Miller, and he just got pushed down by whoever was in coverage over there on our sideline.
11 minutes to go in the half out at Forest City. Forest City
We got a guy on a knee
down 2.
in the backfield.
He's just waiting
Taking
on
a
the play
break.
call. Wow. Mills leads that one 14-12.
It seems like they have a lot more than 40 seconds between plays.
Now dropping, looking in the pocket, doing a little dance, and he'll be dumped. And loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 9.
Looked like it was supposed to be a quarterback draw, but he had the running back in his face, and he pushed him out of the way before he started to run. And that was Rayford, number 2. So Rayford is a lefty with the green gloves. And here comes our guy that walks off the field.
He's in no hurry.
There we
Oh,
go.
get a little jog. Like you can get a delay again. He's still got 16 seconds. He's okay. Bless you, sir. Yeah, I give you a mute. Won't do any good. That snap was high. Now a line drive punt.
Right out of bounds.
And out of bounds. Great field position here for the Hornets. Chance to catch the Senators.
Yeah, we're coming, Joe T.
They've tied it up. They're about at the break in El Dorado. It's 7-7 with 10 seconds to go before halftime there. So they are flying along, which means I'm sure Jay and Pat and all them are happy about that because they've got way more drive than we do.
So apparently, according to the great Morgan Dickerson, we are both right. Flutes don't have reeds, as I said.
Okay.
But she says they are woodwinds.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Interesting.
Appreciate that.
You know,
We're
I was percussion whenever I was in junior high band, so I didn't know anything else about all the other stuff.
I was never in the band.
I just hit,
oh boy,
hit
that
stuff with
was wrong.
sticks.
Warrior turned.
We'll stay
Somebody
up.
went the wrong way. Warrior still. Oh, he had Jackson. He was going to turn something into that instead. Incomplete and bring up second down.
He was flirting with that line of scrimmage too.
That was a mess.
Mess that almost became something.
Guess there's any way to turn
Like
this light
Trevor
off.
Lawrence falling down on the game-winning touchdown and then getting back up
I think I broke the door.
and strolling his way into the end zone. And then everybody talking bad about Chris Jones because he just stood there and watched all of it. That was a
wild.
very poor. That was a very bad effort play for that guy. Looked like Arkansas defensive players. Nothing makes you more mad than lack of effort.
Ugh. And we'll hand this one away up the middle. Kutov maybe out to the 45-yard line.
Good little read. Levi held on to it just long enough to give Kutov a little bit of room from that defensive end. Didn't hold on to it near as long as Pine Bluff's quarterback did last week.
Oh, boy. So third down and about 6. Warrior drops, looks, got his man. Kutop makes the catch, dragging a defender with him. He is popped inside the 35 to the 34, but an Acre Pharmacy first down for the Hornets.
Really strong run right there by Kutov after he caught it. He catches it not past the sticks, and he gets contacted not to the first down yet, but strong running right there to keep his feet moving. Ran a little wheel route that they threw to Jacob Henry earlier. The linebacker covers it. Got a timeout there. We don't have too many on the field.
Timeout, Wildcat.
So an Akel's timeout here with 6:21 to go in our first half. Hornets lead at 28-0. And Tyler, we kind of looked at each other during the break and was like, this is interesting. This is, Coach has talked about it some in terms of like the environment when you come here and how it can be very quiet. Now, give the band and our cheerleaders some credit, and there is a good crowd for senior night, but it gets oddly quiet in this stadium. It's very strange. And so, saying it earlier, I'm really glad this band is really keeping things hyped down there because it at least sounds like we're at a football game.
And that's one of those things that another reason you hate to see programs, struggle for an extended period of time, because most places, I don't care if it's a big school or a small school, most places, the community comes together at games like this, but whenever they struggle and there's not a whole lot to watch on the field, it affects them, and you don't have as many people come out and congregate around these kids.
Well, and then that's where that effort piece starts to wane, because you think as a player, well, I'm going to give effort if no one's here to watch me. So, all right, so we'll try this first down play. Zone motion, a man out of the backfield, throws it out. Bubba Johnson on the catch. And Bubba pushed back as he gets to the 30-yard line.
There goes the sticks.
Man.
Had about 4 Wildcats bring Bubba down on that one.
That does stop the clock. Now it'll start rolling again with 6:06 to go. Ooh, camera operator on this BB Badger stream is struggling. That was rough. BB leads Pine Bluff 14-6. That one's in the second.
It's good. 14 points is a lot for BB on Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
Probably not trying to run the ball, I figure.
Now, Kutoff with the handoff around the right side. Look at the speed. Inside the 15, close to the 10-yard line. Another Acre Pharmacy first down into the red zone for the Hornets.
Let's think Kutoff now. He's got some wheels, and we saw those wheels last year. Hadn't seen him as much this year because of how many backs they've got on this roster. But he's a guy that can go if you give him some space.
Yeah, he's showing it off tonight. It's now 5:20 to play in our first half. Warrior fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. A lot of room if he wants to run. Instead, back across his body, and Jackson Hampton brings it in. Give him 6. Hornets into the end zone again with 5:03 to go in our first half. It's 34-0 Hornets.
The worst pass in football, to throw back across your body across the field, but it works. It hits Jackson coming across. So it ends up being a good ball with how he has to contort his body and get his shoulders thrown, turned around and everything. One that coaches don't like to see, but I guess when it works, it works. Same thing as whenever coaches Steph Curry shoots one from 50 feet, it's like, ah, and then, okay, well, that's fun.
Now the snap kick is up, and our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point is good. Still perfect on the night. Here's a replay from that touchdown pass. Jackson was calling for it.
And that, good mechanics right there to get his feet all the way turned around, get his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, and get a good ball off right there. And that's something he's done a lot this year. We've rolled him out often, to his weak side, so he's had a lot of practice throwing the ball that direction.
Hey, every child is unique, but at Kids Being Kids Therapy, they help them all enjoy the same thing, a fun, fulfilling childhood. Kids Being Kids Therapy provides evaluations and occupational, physical, and speech therapy to help develop and strengthen skills while encouraging independence. Their therapeutic model is built around helping kids succeed with learning opportunities at home, in the classroom, and throughout the community. Find out more today by visiting kidsbeingkidstherapy.com or call them at 501-803-9722. 22.
We just got to keep him off the board for the next 5 minutes.
Well, Robinson scored. They did miss an extra point. So it's 41-0 with 5:37. Oh, wait, I think they're still trying to go for the extra point.
Oh,
it's been a while. They scored a while ago, about the same time we did. And, an onside kick, and
somebody get it. It's there.
Still loose, and the Hornets have it.
They should have. No. Wait, he pointed the wrong way. Because they're cheering. Yeah. He pointed like Watson Chapel got it, but they're all cheering.
Hornet football. You can hear some groans from the Watson Chapel fans now. Maybe not happy about an onside kick down 35.
He must have just pointed the wrong way, right?
I guess. I don't know.
We ran the offense out there.
But this looks like defense on the field.
He's standing. Yeah, they asked for the ball back.
Yeah, they're going to give him the ball. Not real sure.
Huh.
Interesting.
No, our offense is out.
Our offense is out. Okay.
But they just put their ball on the field.
No,
they didn't put their ball because we kicked it, so that was our ball. They just threw it over here to the wrong side. Okay.
All right, Hornet football.
He just pointed the wrong way, as we suspected.
Pitch it, bobbled, caught, brought in, and a nice little carry there. Was that 24? Montavious Brooks, I believe, on the carry.
He caught it 7 times as well.
Yes, he did.
Just like the little warrior out there catching the ball. And I guess Wiley catching the punt.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's all been an adventure for Wiley tonight. But he's got 3 touchdowns, so.
It's been a fun adventure.
Yes.
Oh.
And flags.
Offside
Penalty.
And then that corner walked straight off the field, 15.
How many do they have out there?
Trendle Willis. Maybe it was illegal.
They had 12 on the field.
Well, they just sent another guy out there, though. So they still have 12 if that's the case.
Wait.
Well, he's going 15 yards. Maybe.
No, there's 11. I don't know. What was that penalty for?
Did he do something? It's 15 right here. Comes running off. Maybe is he running his mouth? Maybe. He must have said something
because something between him and Isaac.
because nobody does anything, but he throws his hands up as soon as that flag comes out.
Warrior in the middle. Bubba Johnson breaking tackles and is going to be pulled down around the 10. That's another Acre Pharmacy first down.
First down, Hornets.
You think somebody told Maupin that Joe T had 42?
You beat me to
So
it.
they onside kicked it right there. Clinty's got to take a play off. Strap that helmet up, young man.
Hey, after you hurt your cat before, sir. Let's keep that cap on.
55
tightly.
coming out there. Looks like he's got his hoodie wrapped around his waist.
It's Leighton Lauderdale. He's cold.
He was. He's not anymore.
That was a strange handoff attempt. Now looking for Warrior in the back of the end zone, but incomplete.
And you had 24 Brooks coming across right there. That probably was your better option for the throw.
Second down. They can get a first down. It looks like.
1 yard line?
Yeah, I guess so. They're just outside the 10.
2nd and 10 on the 11.
That's a 2nd and 10 on the 10.
Well, that's wrong.
It's really like the 10 and a half.
It's definitely the 11. Look where the ref's
I see
standing.
it, yeah.
If you didn't have all those pellets out there and good lighting, we'd be able to see the line a little better.
And this one to Q-Toff, stumbles, but down to the 5-yard line to bring up third down and 4.
He stumbled for about 6 yards.
Yeah.
All 6 yards that he ran for, he never was standing up all the way.
Yeah, you beat me to that. I was like, you can't tell me Maupin's not down there watching the Robinson Sports Network right now, seeing what's going on.
Somebody, maybe Brother Maupin's got the game over there, and he's keeping them updated.
Now they'll hand away. This one stacked up in the
there.
backfield.
Number 2, Muhammad quote.
Now we're really
Quote.
going to learn.
Short game.
That was not right.
We're gonna have to let him know how to say
Q-Toff.
that. Yeah.
We're really going to learn if he's watching it. If he doesn't kick the field goal, then we know he's watching the Joe T game.
I'm not
Yep.
seeing Moran
He's
come out
watching
on the
it.
field.
He's trying to play. He's playing keep up.
Yeah, I was leaving from over there earlier and up the Grove, and the team had just gotten there, and he kind of waved at me, and I gave him a half wave on my way out. I was extremely frustrated, and I was like, "Wait, I got to go back. I don't even think I'm mad at him." Or
That's the
something.
head coach.
Yes, went back. I said, "Hey, coach, up. I'm not trying to ignore you, but I gotta go battle crickets.
But I'm struggling.
I gotta go hang out with the crickets in Watson Chapel." He said, "Oh, good luck with that." A
Ooh,
double
double.
pitch this time. Cutting up, and Jacob Henry give him 6. Touchdown Hornets. And with 2:20 to go in our first half, we're a point away from matching the Senators.
Waltzes into the end zone as 2 Wildcats tackle each other. Just late trying to get there, but nice little wrinkle off of that play with the second pitch. That's something that, as you get further into the year and now that it's on film, other teams are going to have to prepare for, so it can make the regular play a little bit more effective. Now that they know that there's something else off of it.
So our Kids Being Kids Therapy extra point. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick as Moran stays perfect, and it's 42-0 Hornets with 2:20 to go in our first half. I don't know what I just watched happen in the White Hall. Oh, never mind. It was a punt. Oh my gosh.
So did you watch Joe T beat it, get ahead of us again?
No, I gotta have a conversation with my camera operator though. Should have sent Kristen there.
Guess you could have your producer over there have a conversation with them.
No, that won't work. Don't
Just
get me started.
thinking out loud.
Trying to be nice. Hey, listen, what goes perfect with football? Pizza, of course. Score a touchdown with your watch party and grab a pie from American Pie. Might also suggest that entire tub of their spicy chicken cheese dip.
Bathtub.
Finish it off with a Pizookie and order online at AmericanPiePizza.net or call them at 501-758-8800. American Pie Pizza, 9709 Maumelle Boulevard. Look, if you're looking for a place to watch college football tomorrow,
Not the Razorbacks.
even the Razorbacks, you can enjoy yourself because they have multiple TVs. You can feast on pizza and bathe in cheese dip.
I don't know that you can do that in store.
Tamsy will make it happen. As our Ackles kickoff is caught around the 30.
Where's Tim
35.
going?
Oh, my goodness. And a shot delivered there at the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats.
That's fine. He's good. He's going to go get a sack now. Yeah, it's Patrick Ward that kind of got popped a little bit. To him, the play was over, and he just kept running the floor and got him. So you're saying you could bathe in cheese dip
Probably
at the store?
I'm willing to bet Tamsy would accommodate somehow. They might have to put like one of those tubs in the back parking lot, but you know,
Oh, so outside?
yeah, why not?
I feel like you might get bugs in the cheese dip at that point.
You might.
You got to keep it inside, I feel like. Hygienic reasons, you know.
I
Because
guess
it's
so.
hygienic
Whoa.
enough already.
Let's switch off that one. There we go. Good job, Andy.
Andy. I thought he knocked on the door earlier,
Maybe he did.
but we ignored him again.
Yeah. I'm going to work on our camera at halftime, guys. Hornets showing pressure. Left side caught and drugged down as he's out across the 45 to the 46. Another step 47-yard line.
Good positive yards there. They're getting in the hurry up now with 2 minutes left.
They have 4.5 left at Forest City. 14-12 still. Mills leads that one.
Sylvan Hills and Marion or El Dorado ever figure out how to score?
7-7 at the half.
So no, not really.
Nope. Now dropping, looking left side, and nobody home.
Looked like looked like the intended receiver was blocking right there. Can we get an offensive PI?
They've gone back to Malachi Rayford in the backfield at quarterback. Now you got a ball game going over there at PA right now.
For now.
They have under a minute to play till halftime, and Bryant leads PA 14-6.
Ooh, PA's defense is showing up.
Apparently.
Those onside kicks. Short fields ain't hurting them right now.
Doesn't sound like they've had to kick
Only
many
had to do
times.
it. Only had to do it
Once, maybe
I guess,
twice.
so.
Wide snap. Rayford pulls it in. He looks to throw deep. Hornet hit the
Jacob,
turf. Yeah.
Is he good? Okay, maybe.
Yeah. Caught by that turf monster.
Well, those are
again.
ones when you see that fall like that in open space. Oof, you start worrying about ligaments in the knees and all right there. So, hey, listen, you're good. I'm just glad to see you got up and you're healthy after a fall like that.
It's one of those.
Look at
They're gonna give him all kinds of.
He found
grief
one of the either
and tape.
non-pelleted or extra pelleted areas. Probably extra that, and your foot slips as there's too many pellets under your feet.
He spent too much time studying this week and not enough time on footwork.
Yeah.
Not that that's a problem or anything. Congratulations, Mr. Henry. Oh, Hornets jump offside. It's going to give him a free first down here.
Hey, what did Moppin say in the pregame about a defensive line jumping off that? That's on the defensive line, Coach Mop.
It's right, defensive
Where is
line
he?
coach. Where's that D-line coach down there?
Uh-huh. He was all bragging about it during the pregame show. We hadn't had any offsides yet. We got to bring that one up. We got to put that one in the notes now so we don't forget.
Yes. Now, Bo, I'm going to get a clip of it and make sure it's on there, too. It was both Harris brothers, was it not?
It was at least Jalen.
I know Jacob came up and
Jelon.
jumped on both of their backs and was like, really
Jelon,
giving it to
as
him.
Coach Moppin likes to call him.
Yes. Rayford, right side. And oh, my goodness gracious. I think Jacobs. Oh, no. What is that for?
He didn't know he didn't catch the ball first off.
Well, if you're going to do that, where's the one down here when Isaac, or was it Isaac that got lit up down here when he didn't catch the ball?
And that one was an obvious no catch. He had his back to Jacob.
That's crazy. So Jacob looks like he'll go to the sideline. Hampton will come in. It's. Oh, wow. Terrible call. And it'll draw a few claps from the.
2 first downs this possession, both on penalties.
You know.
Fortunately, they still have 34 yards to go.
Hey, don't get penalized on your next roofing or home improvement needs. Make sure you call our friends at PI Roofing, 24 years of experience. You can call them 501-707-3548 or visit them online, piroofing.com. Now Rayford drops, pressure up the middle, and he does get a yard out of it, bring up 2nd down and 9.
He does avoid the sack. A very quick tuck and run right there with the pressure getting to him quickly.
Yeah, that was something Mobbin talked about too in our pregame swarm. They've got some athletes. When you look on film, you see some guys that can really move and are quick. Obviously, Rayford, one of those quick twitch guys, Battle's another one who they get the ball in their hand most of the time. But again, I'm just surprised that they've stayed in this traditional shotgun set versus going back to that more of a wing tee, whatever type of offense that was earlier on. Pressure coming this time. Rayford, can he escape it? He cannot. Is that Mooney on the sack? It is. Mooney pulls him down with 30 seconds to go.
Big Bryce Mooney getting pressured back there.
Uh-oh. Mop's going to have to call timeout.
Oh, Joe T.
48-0 Robinson with 2.5 to go in the half.
I think he's content with this being the last play. Watson Chapel looks like they might not even want to run the last play.
I think they're probably maybe content with taking this. They're going to throw one ball to the end zone here. It's gotten so bad on the Robinson Sports Network that they're already talking about Robinson basketball. About feeding cheeseburgers to. They are just going to chuck it. Rayford puts it up, looking deep. Oh, Hornet had a better shot at it there. That one falls incomplete, and that's going to do it for our first half. Complete dominance out of our Hornets here in the first half. Coach Maupin's team puts it on them, 42-0 after 2 quarters of play. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with you here in just a bit on the Maumelle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
Looking to upgrade your space with quality American-made products? Look no further than Eagles Flooring and Cabinets. It's our Made in the USA sale, where you can save big with up to 50% off store-wide. But that's not all. Enjoy no interest for 36 months. We'll even pay your sales tax. Install before the holidays at Eagles Flooring and Cabinets, where we make it beautiful for less.
All right, welcome back to Maumelle Hornet football on the Maumelle Sports Network as we are live here at Watson Chapel and set for our second half of play.
Getting close to our 3 warm-up minutes.
I don't know why, but I have more feedback in my headset right now than I did in the first half. I don't know what I did. I don't know.
Messed
Either way,
everything
let me
up.
kick that down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. All right, anyway, welcome back here on the Maumelle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. Your Hornets lead this one 42-0 after a half of play. And we were talking about some of these games across the state, and I was joking in our group chat about how it is kind of butt-kicking night in some places, as Benton put 45 points on Sheridan in the first quarter. So things going great defensively for Kevin Kelly. And then,
As per usual.
Yeah. And what has he given up? 80 once this year? I think wasn't it Rogers that scored?
He gave up 80 in college.
It's true. But of course, Robinson last check was up 55-0 before the half as they scored 2 more times before the break. Of course, we've got 42 here in a 42-0 ball game. As we take a look at our stats.
One stat that Jim Ashley did say, it's not an official stat, but he did say he thinks this is the first time, at least first time that he can remember, that Maumelle scored 42 points in the first half.
You know, Jim's done I got to give Jim a ton of credit. He's been working on a history book, basically, for Maumelle. And he has all the historical records of what Maumelle's been doing. Obviously, he's been doing stats for 50-something years. So he knows his thing. But I'm excited to see that when it's done. But, yeah, 42 points in the first half. Pretty impressive job by the Hornets. Scored on every possession, I believe.
Yep.
17 first downs in that first half, just 2 for Watson Chapel. Total yards rushing for the Hornets, 122. Watson Chapel, 1 yard rushing in the first half. They have, in total offensive plays, Watson Chapel has run 21 plays, and they have 10 net yards of offense through a half of football. Hornets have run 37 plays, 330 yards of offense in that first half. Something else nice to look at, 3 out of 5 on third down conversions, 2 for 2 on fourth down.
So no punts. You've never got off the field. I mean, that's what happens whenever you score every possession. You're not going to have any of those things that aren't up there. And then what'd you say? 1 first down or two first downs,
first
and
downs.
both of those off of
Penalty.
penalties. So no offensive first downs for Watson Chapel so far.
That defense just continues to come along, and that's kind of what I was kind of alluding to in the first quarter. We were talking about the schedule and how this schedule lays out. It's a great schedule to give this team a ton of confidence as you get into the backside of the schedule, with the hopes that you have everybody healthy by those Week 9 and Week 10 matchups that you have coming up. And so, again, great job by this Hornet defense and even that D-line coach over there.
Yeah, it was a great job in those first 2 conference games against teams that are going to compete for a playoff spot in this division. BB and Pine Bluff are 2 of they're better than a couple teams in the conference. So they're teams that it's good to get a W against. They're against, like Coach Maupin said in the pregame, they're the only team in the conference that has conference wins against teams that have conference wins. Everybody else, Cersei, Robinson, everybody they've played, only has lost all their conference games. So they're the first team, the only team to have wins against conference winners so far. That'll obviously change as the year goes on. But a little stat there that Maupin threw at us in the pregame.
Marshawn Wiley, leading rusher, 4 carries, 41 yards. But and now I think, though, that Jim did put a couple of those little pop passes in as runs. But 4 carries, 41 yards, because he's got him with 2 touchdowns rushing. So really, Muhammad Kutov, your leading rusher, 4 carries, 40 yards. Levi Warrior, 2 for 21. Jacob, 3 for 10. Warrior, a good night throwing it, 15 of 21. 208 yards and 4 touchdown passes
And a
in
couple
that
more,
first half.
like you said, at least one more, like you said.
Maybe he's got that right. Wiley, I don't know. Is it 6
No,
because
because Wiley, he's caught one for sure.
Yeah.
And he's caught another. One of them was the pop pass. The other one might have been the handoff on the sweep, like the jet motion, and they might have handed it. I don't know if he handed it or if he popped it. But for sure, one was on that pop pass. So he has at least one more passing touchdown. So what are we waiting on?
I don't know.
The sticks.
We've got.
The kids aren't back from the sticks yet.
We got a conversation happening between administrators down here in the end zone.
Are those administrators are just no? They're yelling at the stick. They're yelling at the kids that ran.
Oh,
the
they
sticks.
don't have the kids back. They're still eating their nachos. The Warrior 15 of 21 for 208. Bubba Johnson, your leading receiver, 4 catches, 82 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Henry, 2 for 50 and a touchdown. Jackson Hampton, 5 for 46 and 2 touchdowns. That's not right. I think he adjusted that. Jackson had the one, and then Marshawn had the other. Because he's only got Wiley in here for 2 catches for 5 yards.
Here he comes. He jumped the fence. I got him coming now.
Come on, bud. We need your stick.
Both halves have started later than they were supposed to, waiting on the sticks.
And we'll have a running clock here in our second half as I don't care what Will Watkins says. The mercy rule has been enacted.
You're in trouble.
I don't care. He didn't verify the meal stream.
And you sent him, you brought that up with him too. So he already doesn't like you right now. All right, we can kick it now. They don't have to have the stick set up for the kickoff.
Eventually, we're going to get our Ackles kickoff. By the way, update in El Dorado. Sylvan Hills leads El Dorado 19-7.
Yeah.
With 5:03 to go in the third.
Go Bears.
Yes, sir. I can be proud to be.
I picked them too, so.
I did too. I can be proud. I can be proud to say that my kids go to Sylvan Hills now.
Okay, I mean they don't have to be up yet. He's just getting his vest on. They're waiting on him to get his vest on, which is not a requirement for the chain crew for them to wear vests.
It's not like it's kept him from getting run over tonight. All right, now we're ready for our Ackles kickoff. Here we go. And an interesting kick. What a catch. As that was Ashton Sherman with the catch.
Well, it falls in your. They say if it goes over your head, you leave it be. But that one was going to be close to no man's land. Kind of looked like an onside kick to him, probably. So he at least got he got it down and got the ball for his offense.
See, I told you that Nick Watson was out here doing some analytics work just to find baseball guys. Ashton Sherman. I'm pretty sure Ashton does play some baseball. But I think he just found a home in probably center field with that over-the-shoulder catch he just made.
It was impressive.
I do got to say a huge thanks to Coach Watson. I sent him some video of Diesel's first pitching outing, and he gave me some good critique to give to Diesel.
Oh, nice.
So Diesel was a little frustrated because he struck out his first batter, but then was a little wild with the next couple.
We'll throw the ball straight.
Yeah, there we go. A little screen as Isaac Warrior. He gets popped. Ooh, boy.
And then
hit that.
slam.
Yeah, he hit his helmet hard on the turf. It's slow to get up.
He took 2 hits on that one.
Now he's just making sure that helmet's still on tight.
Speaking of him shaking the helmet, I saw something. Cam Scadaboo, they say after every play he kind of shifts his helmet, and people I love Cam Scadaboo's idea to shake his helmet after every play, so when he does get a concussion, they don't know that his head's actually hurting. It never looks different.
That dude is tough now. He's fun to watch run the football. They'll pitch this one ahead. Brooks with the catch, breaks a tackle. And inside the 45 as he goes into Watson Chapel territory down to the 42-yard line.
They threw a flag that looks like it'll be a holding.
And it is. You are correct.
Just with where it is and who was there. Wouldn't have been anything else.
I forgot to give you my flag. So you
Well, it might get thrown out the window if we do it here.
There's a few times I wanted to throw that thing for a Wise Guys game.
We could have made it on the field there for sure.
I tell you what, Coach Lucas has cooked it up over at PA tonight. I know that place is packed. It's probably nuts inside that.
And packed for that place is different than packed because it only holds like 12 people.
Yeah.
So
it was when I was there for the North Little Rock game on that Thursday night game. It was packed. You could not walk up and down places. I kind of spent most of my time in the hospitality suite eating that banana pudding from Homer's Kitchen.
I remember going as a high schooler, and we were down on the field because we were the visitors, and we were down on the field close to like their indoor type thing, their locker room. That's where they let the student section go.
Back to Warrior again as Warrior. Nice spin. Across the 45, breaking tackles, holds on to the football.
Some of those moves look like they were in slow motion.
Yes. That's enough for an Acre Pharmacy first down for the freshman.
Yeah, that was a playoff game that whenever I was in high, I guess I was in junior high because I wasn't playing. I was at the game. I was in junior high, but, yeah, there was nowhere to go.
I tell you, the only place I can think of that sideline-wise has been close that I've been in as Warrior hands this one away to Kutoff around the right side. Nice little cut. And he hits a wall at the 40. But, Benton's old C.W. Lewis Stadium, if you've ever been in there, before they stopped playing there. The sidelines are extremely narrow there. That's one of the only places I've ever been thrown out of a football game twice at. But two different occasions.
So there's multiple places that you've been thrown out once?
Baseball stadiums, yes.
With how you said
Not
that.
football.
The only place that I've been thrown out, not just period, the only place that I've been thrown out twice.
I was thrown out of that stadium once back when I was in high school. When Benton and Bryant actually played
punches?
there. No. I was swinging a Pink Panther on a noose.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe. I could see it.
This one ran up the middle. That was J. Will actually on the direct snap.
And here comes Levi. They don't want to mess up their third down conversion rate.
I better make sure that football's not sticky, since Honey Bun just handled it. So
If it
third
is, I
down.
guess it makes it easier not to fumble.
That's true. You don't need to stick them anymore. Warrior looking, got his man. Nice throw, caught, and taken down inside the 25.
17, Deion Smith.
Wow.
Out there.
Number 4 Hornets, first down.
See, the other great thing about a ball game like this is you get an opportunity to get some other guys out there.
No crickets, but the moths have showed up.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, I guess, is the 9th grade season officially over?
I don't think so.
Because we've already got 9th graders on our roster.
Our 9th grade has a couple games left. As long as they don't go in, they're still eligible for 9th grade.
Kutoff trying to drag folks. What strong legs out of Kutoff. Give him 5 on the play to bring up second down. The reason I ask is I'm curious who we'll see out there for Levi.
I think you'll
by the
just
4th.
see him hand the ball off every play, probably.
Because the backup quarterback is a freshman, Evan Wallace. See a little bit of him in the benefit game. One thing took away from him is he is fast. He's got a nice quick twitch to him. He can move it, and he's tough too. He took a really late hit in that ball game against Mills and popped right back up. And fakes it. Boots to the right, got his man wide open. Oh, and dropped, but the PI roofing penalty would have brought it back regardless.
Ineligible downfield. Yeah. You had 4 offensive linemen down there, like 15 yards down the field. That one wasn't like the RPO type thing where they're block and run. That one just was a miscommunication because, I mean, he was rolling out and everything. There's no doubt if they were RPO blocking, they'd have been downfield.
You know, and that's obviously that's one of those things you're going to work on in a game like this. But it's something that I've seen a lot of tonight is a little miscommunication, whether it be running back or quarterback going the wrong way. We're handing the ball off to nobody on some plays. So some things to clean up before we welcome Reggie Swinton and Jacksonville to Hornets Stadium next Friday night.
They got a couple athletes on that team that are pretty big time.
So he says.
Well, there's one that does have legitimate offers.
Ooh, that one pinched down in the middle, going to bring up a 3rd and long.
And he was good last year. It was one of those ball, Mason ball maybe.
Yeah, the Ball brothers.
He was impressive last year.
Well, I just can't help but go back to the quote he made during Big Miller Media Days, which, by the way, quick plug here. Big Miller Basketball Media Days are next week. You'll be able to see that on the Natural State Sports Network.
Oh, you're going to be in a great mood next Friday.
I'm not having anything to do with it. I don't even have to be there. I hired Jonathan Webb. He's going to go produce.
Okay.
We're not even messing with it. Warrior throwing, looking for Isaac in the end zone. Couldn't bring it down. We got a PI roofing penalty. Going to be pass interference.
Just
Watson Chapel.
That makes me happy because I didn't want to have to deal with you on Friday after a week of media days.
I don't blame you, to be honest. You had to deal with me the week I had. So week 0. Media Days almost wasn't going to be on the NSS network. It was a whole deal that week. And thankfully, thanks to our friend Matt Johnson over at M&M Productions and Jonathan Webb, we're going to well, Jonathan's done plenty of work for us, but we get to rent another VMix machine and get things rolling for Media Days next week. So excited to be able to have that out for you guys on the network next week. But I go back to what Swinton said. Of course, thanks Nick Wanger for his great graphics. But, Reggie said, we got a lot of toys to play with here at Jacksonville. Some people say I'm cocky and arrogant. That's because I am. The talent here at Jacksonville has been overlooked, and that's not happening anymore. They're getting beat by 40 a week. That's a penalty.
another
Where's our
PI?
PI? He wanted to pull it out.
He was looking right at it.
Well, he almost. He's kind of. Never mind. It's bad enough. 42-0.
Speaking of media days, basketball media days, go listen to my guy Matthew Post, Clinton girls basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty. He was there last year. He'll never miss an opportunity to talk about his team.
Yeah, they'll be there next week for sure. Levi got a roll to his right, got his man, but just a little too much air on that one.
Well, me and Post were at North Little Rock Middle School together before he got that Clinton job. I was with him before he lost all of his hair. Go watch and you'll know what I'm talking about.
My wife was with me before I lost all my hair with color.
I'm working on it in the top right here, but he's missing a lot more than I am. So
I'm not missing much. I got a nice thick head of hair. It's just gray, all gray.
Well, you can blame her for that, can't you?
I blame my kids more than anybody.
Oh, well.
It is still 14-6 at PA. They are 7 minutes to go in the third.
Maybe they forgot how to play offense.
Somebody did. Bryant did for sure, apparently. Now Warrior dropping, screen. No, just a little out to the right side. Caught around the 10. And spinning round and around, but nothing else to do with that one.
The amount of guys that were coming, how he was retreating, it definitely looked like a screen.
As that was number 12, Darius Glover on the catch. Now we got whistles.
Watson Chapel calling the timeout.
Did they?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Akel's timeout.
Interesting. Guess they're trying to get their their fourth down stop.
Hey, always coaching. As Coach Hurd, I remember him from media days and his excitement for this program and his opportunity to try to lead them and get them in the right direction. But that's what you got to do. You got to keep coaching these guys hard, and because obviously, you've been in that world. If you let these kids know that you're giving up, then they're giving up. You're never going to get them back. So.
Yeah. No, every single play. Just go look at Nick Saban whenever at Alabama whenever he was up by 60, and watch him whenever one of his walk-ons that's never going to actually play a meaningful snap makes a mistake on defense. That's what coaching looks like. You can't let up, whether you're up by a lot, down by a lot, because there's always something going on that needs to be corrected, that needs to be a little bit better, and that's setting the standard.
We just started the second half. Second half kickoff over at Whitehall, 55-0 Robinson still. They didn't score during the half.
They got close.
A Warrior pressure right up the middle, trying to get away, and that'll be the first stop of the night. As Watson Chapel gets the sack. And with 2 minutes to go in the third, it's still lead at 42-0.
Surprised they were still dropping back and all with Levi right there.
That's my wonder.
I just figure you just hand it off every time. And if you turn the ball over on downs, then you turn the ball over on downs.
It's like Mills found some offense right before half. They lead Forest City 27-12 now.
About time. They're starting to get back on track.
I hope so.
I see a few new faces. Maybe, a couple.
Yeah, we may be digging through the roster here before this one's over.
It's like 51. Jacavian Eason is in there, one of your defensive tackles. Can't see the others yet. Jordan Harris still out there getting reps.
Rayford in there at quarterback. Throws it over the middle. It's caught. And finally drugged down.
A couple of Hornets there. Bryce Mooney was in there towards the end. I couldn't tell who was in there to make initial contact. This already might be the last play of, maybe have two more plays of the third quarter.
Hey, switch to your main over there.
Yeah,
man. You're staying on your field.
What are we doing?
He's not communicating or watching.
What are we doing?
I was going to make a deal. If we went up 56-0 and let Andy come do play-by-play, I'd go do production. Rolling right. Oh, nice move across the 30. And finally drugged down by Jaden Baker, but biggest play of the night for the Wildcats.
The first offensive first down for Watson Chapel. Getting a little bit going here.
Draw some cheers from the crowd.
And that might be the end of the quarter. They got about 12 seconds left. See if they get one off. Yeah, that looks like they're going to.
Rayford is I mean, you got to say he's looked better. He's got their only first down. Gets it off just before the whistle. He was down. Yeah, and they will.
They really didn't get that one off before it either.
It's right at it. That's going to do it for our third quarter of play. After 3, a dominant performance by the Hornets, a 42-0 lead here on the Maumelle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. Once again, I'm Steve Henson, along with Tyler Chenault, Bobby Jones on our main camera, Kristen Henson down there on our field, Andy Gates up here running the production, Jim Ashley on stats. No Jake Hall tonight as he's calling the game over with Chris Gay on the Robinson Sports Network. Getting about the same results over there. But
we're ahead of them now, though, not in points, but in getting the game over
yes.
with.
Which we need because, you know, we're about 15 minutes further down the highway
than them.
So. But, hey, Sylvan Hills, as they go to the fourth, Sylvan Hills leads El Dorado 25-7.
Man, it's going to be wild. Sylvan Hills to be in the driver's seat for their conference, and they've played all the better teams.
Yeah, it's a downhill run from here.
They've played Marion, they've beat Benton, and they're working on beating El Dorado.
Yeah.
They got this other half of the league coming up.
Yeah, that's impressive. What an impressive job. Coach of the year got to be Coach Kelly at this point. I don't know how you take it away from him. That's what I just said. Yeah.
He just ain't listening.
He can't hear.
He's deaf.
Or see colors.
Colorblind, deaf.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can he do?
Push
Work
buttons.
on cars?
You can't keep them running. Rayford completes that one.
I don't think that it's his mechanic skills that can't keep him running. I think it's the way that he drives them that can't keep him running.
It's that foot on pedal. That's the problem. We talking about your Corvette.
Every time he accelerates, the pedal touches the ground. That's kind of what's wrong with the engine.
Just don't ask him about the night of Jacob Lanier's going away party when I was supposed to come pick him up because it broke down and he had to take an Uber back to.
Aren't you an Uber?
I was not that night. I forgot about him.
Yeah, well, that's happening.
And then my phone went dead. I blame Lanier. Now Rayford rolling left, looking left. A nice throw across midfield. That one complete. Another first down for the Wildcats.
Expecting to see Coach Moppin start yelling at some folks over there right now, giving up first down. I mean, you still got some dudes that play considerable minutes out there. It's not like all your ninth graders are in the game yet.
I mean, Bubba Johnson's still on the field.
I think Gillespie was your one in coverage over there. Mayweather's out there.
Baker's still out there. Most of your secondary is still out there.
You've seen a little bit of changes. Oh, is there a penalty? Oh, illegal formation.
Roofing penalty. So, never mind to that first down. We'll go the other way.
I mean, most of your second string guys right now are your D linemen and your linebackers, are the guys that don't get as much playing time. It wasn't 15 yards.
No.
It was 5 yards from the original spot.
Yeah, it was 5 yards. It was an illegal formation penalty.
Or illegal motion or whatever.
Third down and 12 is what it is. Clock runs down to 10 minutes. Feel like we're doing arena football again. No clock stoppages. Now Rayford scrambling, throwing to nobody.
Oh, that's a D-back coach to drop that one.
I mean, he's a D-back, and that's why he doesn't coach wide receivers.
That's why he's the D-back coach. In case you were wondering, there's your answer.
So fourth down. See what Watson Chapel wants to do. They still have not. Why have we not started the 40-second clock? We just don't have one anymore?
Maybe they want the game to be over.
I guess there's no play clock. Oh, there it just started. How did it just start?
He just touched the ball. Maybe they think you don't have to start it till they touch the ball.
And PI roofing penalty will stop this one.
Probably a delay game, too, in the grand scheme of things.
It should have been. There's still 28 on the clock, though.
He just got to 25, so now I guess they could start the 25-second clock. And
they're just going to let that one
keep the same play clock going.
Dude, it stopped on 20 seconds for like a second and a half, 2 seconds. And now it's going faster.
It's got to catch up.
It's down to 8.
I wonder if they'll give him a delay
That
game.
would be awesome.
If they hadn't noticed that it. No, wait. Oh, now he just
okay,
there's
we
the
reset
restart.
to 25. Now we're good. They're not getting in any hurry either to get on the football right now. Now they're set. They move the football up a bit. Rayford drops, looking, rolling right, and bullets that one incomplete.
I lost where it went. I didn't even see.
Yeah, it went to 11 here.
I lost it in the dark.
On your ride. Students, start on your ride.
It is very dark. There's no doubt about it. That's gonna be a turnover on down. So ball goes back to the Hornets.
They just told the students to start calling your rides. Because here's the deal about that: you're supposed to tell them to start calling the rides at the start of the fourth quarter when it's not a running clock.
Yeah,
There's only
should've
8
done that
minutes
at
left.
halftime.
It's too late now. They gonna be here with you for a while, guys.
I almost got ran over down there. Looks like J. Will's gonna be our quarterback.
Utah fit your tailback.
Yeah, when I was going down to the bathroom, I had this whole group of high school age girls that they were pushing each other. The lady at the table down there didn't do anything about it, just looked at me and goes, "Man, you almost got ran over, didn't you?" Like, no, and I wish you'd do your job.
Were you about to be a part of a fight?
I think they were goofing off, but
That sounds like high schoolers.
that went on the ground. J.
Get
Will got
it.
to fall on it, somebody. It was actually Kutoff, I think, who recovered.
Yeah, that's who ended up on top of it. J. Will just kind of he Cam Newton did a little bit.
Do what? Yeah. Hey, it's the backup. It's okay. Clinty's not in, I don't think.
No, I don't know that he played all half.
Hey, get some guys some work here. Now we're confused as that's
Now we need a new
55. Leighton Lauderdale.
Clinty is coming back in now.
Clinty's going to play.
He heard his name.
Not sure what happened to Lauderdale there. Maybe they just said, hey, I can't snap it. Let's put Clinty back in.
It doesn't work anymore.
Two-top your motion man. Jay will look at the speed across the 30. And so that'll be a nice gain there to make it a manageable third down, sorry.
3rd and 7 or so. Did good getting
Yep.
back a lot. Oh, 3 fell off.
First down.
And back to 3rd. At least we figured out. Did we ever figure out exactly what down it was? What was that last week or week before last, where there was we completely forgot.
That
what
was
down
last
it
week.
was.
Yes. And
Didn't go back and we need to go back and watch it to see exactly what down it was.
When I was pulling highlight, it was. So we were right. It should have been when it said 4th. It was 3rd. And It was actually It was that whole thing.
Oh, they sent another guy off. I think it's a knee pad thing. Or
Maybe so. They're just trying to find the right second options.
no, he was sent off. They sent whoever, and that was your right guard, I think.
Okay.
It was sent off the field.
And Jay will hand it away. Q-top fumble, ball's out, and the bright spot for the Wildcats as they recover the fumble. First turnover of the night for the Hornets.
It doesn't look like Kutoff ever had it, really. Like, Jay Will put it in his pocket, but he never really had possession of it, and it just on the ground for Watson Chapel to scoop up.
They've kicked a field goal at Whitehall. Robinson leads at 58-0 now.
Jay Cole wants Maumelle to get to more points. Gets to about 67 points, so you can start saying 6-7.
Well, we won't. Sorry. That should have been the
Jay
deal.
Cole have a game to be calling right
He's
now?
supposed to be calling that Robinson game, but it's 58-0, so he's probably looking for things to do too. Uh-oh. PA done got in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Bryant woke up. It's 27-6 now, Hornets. About 3 minutes to go in the third. Now, they're trying to put us to sleep, Tyler. That's what they're trying to do between plays. Rayford wants to go deep. That's P.I. Nice catch. Knocked out of bounds. Got the band awake. All of a sudden, talk about timing out of the band. As soon as he caught it, you started hearing the band. And that's a big first down for the Wildcats.
Get some excitement up here in the stands.
I forgot they were there.
We all were asleep, I think.
So it will decline the PI roofing penalty for pass interference. Take the results of the play, which is an Acre Pharmacy first down to the 30. Fake it, running right. Room to run for Rayford as he's inside the 20. They're going to mark him around the 18-yard line. Another Acre Pharmacy first down.
If they don't take 50 seconds between every play, they got a chance to put some points on the board before the end of the game.
If there's anything that Coach Maupin may be unhappy about,
he might call a timeout and put the starters back in.
They gave up that late touchdown last week. Now, once again,
nobody's covering the slot receiver. Luckily, they weren't looking that direction.
a pile up, about a yard loss at the 19-yard line.
Isaac Warrior's in there at kind of your slot corner, and he was confused on that play. And now they're taking him out.
So we get under 3 minutes to play. I do want to give a free plug out to our friends, Dr. Manning's office there. I doctor there in Maumelle. I got to go see him to get or I guess I can just go online and order my new contacts, but
yeah, but why do that when you can go on?
well, they're such great people, like the greatest. They've been so helpful to us over at Dr. Manning's office. But after this play, pressure comes off the edge, throws it up, intercepted, picked off, and a chance to bring it back. A lot of green grass in front, across the 40, and runs out of gas and thrown down around midfield. But a big pick and return for Darius Glover.
Yeah, went up and won that 50-50 ball and got the threat of the points going on the board away. 2 minutes left now. Looks like you might be able to keep the shutout intact.
Great. Now Maupin's got something to give me crap about on the pregame swarm since said something about his defense maybe giving up points again. But no, so Dr. Manning, so we went, I said we went to Rudy, Arkansas last Saturday for a wedding for a coworker of my wife. And of course, our kids stayed at home with my mother-in-law, and so
yes, they should.
While we're up there at the wedding, we get a text message. Zyler broke his glasses. I said, how'd he break his glasses? He doesn't know.
He just found them and they were broke.
Jay Will takes the snap. He wants to go deep.
Oh, gosh.
That's Brooks down there, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted at the 20. Trying to get a little cute, have some fun with the guys, and they turn it right back over with a minute 15. But my story's more interesting as we go back. But so Zyler breaks his glasses, doesn't know how. I'm not worried about it at this moment. How bad could it be, right? Thinking, maybe he broke an arm off or something. Who knows?
You could tape it back or something. Hot glue it. That's what my glasses look like.
So that's what they look like.
You could probably hot glue those together in the middle.
Split them clean in half. Thankfully, the lenses were still in good shape. And reached out to Dr. Manning's office where, obviously we got him where he takes care of our eyes. And they hooked us up within about 5 minutes of me showing up at the office with a brand new set of frames.
Yeah, much cheaper if you still got the lenses. Yep.
Still haven't decided if I should tell Zyler that they were free instead of $250.
No,
for
let him think so he'll be easy on him next time.
I still asked him. This is the great part. He's sitting at breakfast the next morning when I get up as Rayford throws this one to the right side, dropped. And I looked at him and I said, how did you break your glasses to that extent? I don't know. I said, how do you not know? He said, well, I was laying in the floor. I said, so they were in the floor. Yeah. He said, it was Diesel. Diesel did it.
He finally came up with a believable answer.
It's like, Diesel was the only one walking around my room.
They'll definitely believe Diesel did it.
And that's going to do it. This is the horn sounds on this one mercifully. Hornets win it 42-0. Tyler, an impressive performance by Maumelle. Are they going to shake hands or are we going to do this game?
Maumelle is.
Maupin was kind of, there we go. Now we're going to get some handshakes. But an impressive performance, both sides of the football here tonight. Obviously, that first half where they, 2 first downs, none on offense, both penalty aided. Just an impressive job all the way around by this team.
Yeah, I mean it's what we expected to see, right? It's what we came out to this game expecting the team to do. The team took care of business. They did what they were supposed to do, and then you move on to the next one. This is one where you take care of business, do your job, move on to the next one, and come out of the game healthy. Which, from what I can tell, we did. So now we just move on. We got to keep putting wins together to keep us working towards that playoff spot that we're pretty close to already getting one. It's just a matter of which one are we going to put away.
Let's say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Acre Family Pharmacy, American Pie Pizza, PI Roofing and Construction, Akel's Carpet One Floor and Home, Kids Being Kids Therapy, as well as our good buddies at Preferred Printing. Got printing needs? Call our friend Jim Ashley at Preferred Printing. All types of business products, custom letterhead, flyers, business cards, and vinyl lettering. They also do banners like the ones we have in the stadium. So give Jim a call, 501-920-8407, or you can email him at preferredprinting@sbcglobal.net. By the way, it doesn't just have to be for banners. If you don't like his stats, you can call him at that number or email him as well.
If you think he was wrong about something.
That's right. All right, hey, thanks to our crew. Big thanks, Andy Gates out of production, Kristen Henson down on our field cam, Bobby Jones up here on our main cam. Of course, Jim Ashley on stats. Want to say big thanks, Tyler Chenault. Great job tonight.
Did you say Bobby Bones?
Bobby Bones, Bobby Jones. I like saying Bobby Jones. Bobby! I should have named my kid Bobby. All right, well, that'll do it for us. Again, your final here from Watson Chapel. Hornets win at 42-0. We'll see you next week at home as we invite Jacksonville to town. Go Hornets.